At Straen Vanill, we believe grocery shopping should be simple. Now, shopping is easier than ever with our new and improved website. Find what you need fast. Browse your favorite products, add them to your cart, and check out in just a few quick steps. Choose between convenient in-store pickup or let us handle the heavy lifting. From our shelves to your doorstep. Skip the lines, shop your way, and spend more time on what matters most. With our rewards program, enjoy incredible savings and personalized offers every time you shop. Shop online now at straenvanill.com or download our app today.
Hi, I'm Crowd Company's Lantern Man. If you're a contractor, it's my job to make your insurance coverage simple and affordable. Because I know time is money, I'll come to your business. Certificates and bonds are a snap. Wherever you are, whatever business you're in, we've got you covered. As Crowd Company's Lantern Man, I'm your insurance superhero.
Crowd Company's insurance professionals. Highland, Merrillville, and Michigan City.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
From lighting up Friday night football to powering the classrooms that shape the students of Lake County, IBEW Local 697 is proud to support our region's schools and the communities we call home. A career as a union electrician could be your next great move. Your next cap might be a hard hat. IBEW Local 697, powering futures, powering the region.
Four Seasons Mechanical proudly serves Northwest Indiana, providing quality, reasonably priced, reliable service. With a quality and comfort guarantee, the professionals at Four Seasons Mechanical offer a wide range of services in heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. Whether it's residential or commercial, Four Seasons Mechanical is there 24/7. To find out more, the website is fourseasonsmechanical.com or give them a call at 219-756-7020. Four Seasons Mechanical, your indoor air quality specialists.
Old Man Winter is just around the corner, and that means temperatures will soon begin to drop. And a region winter is not the time to be left out in the cold. The professionals at Economy Electric Heating and Cooling can tune up that old furnace or install a new unit that can last for years. Your family deserves to stay comfortable this winter, and with 24/7 emergency service, comfort is just a phone call away. Economy Electric Heating and Cooling, 219-923-4441. Or for more info, the website is forajobdoneright.com.
Flip the switch, a light turns on. Press the button, machines and instruments come to life. Touch the screen, communicate with the world. Simple tasks, guaranteed results, every second of every day. That's the power of power. And that's the power brought to you by the NECA contractors and electrical workers of Local 531.
You're watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town. Kevin and Mike with you here from Viking Field in Valparaiso, Indiana, as we get set for not only the opening night game here between the Vikings and the Penn Kingsmen, but it's also Valpo's senior night.
Yeah, it's we kind of see this more nowadays, Kevin, where I think it's great for the seniors that everyone's healthy. You know, that's kind of something that is a given in week one. It's the healthiest your team is going to be. Now, that said, I think it was kind of something that was done post-pandemic to where, hey, let's have the senior night early in the year. Let's rip the Band-Aid off, and it's still going to be a very emotional night because week one especially, there's a lot of jitters, of course, to begin with. And then once you get, a senior night, your last – although it's not your last home game on the field, to be walked out with whoever you're accompanied with, friends, family, and, it's going to be a packed house as well. It's a beautiful time, and, again, Valparaiso, a strong group of seniors that are hoping, again, what you and I kind of talked about in the pregame before we kind of got back on the air. This is the team that wants to kind of get back to although it still wins a fair amount of football games, it's there's still some room for improvement for this Valparaiso squad. You could just probably ask them, and they'll tell you they want some more. High expectations. There was a very palpable buzz in this stadium when you walked in today here to this field. They're excited to have football back. They're also excited with the amount of high expectations and the number of seniors that made the walk through
Viking Field a couple of moments ago when we were away. And they take on a Penn Kingsman team that also is a very experienced group. It's very rare to see two teams nowadays with a lot of seniors, a lot of expectations, but also a lot of questions coming in to a game like this. We talk about the questions that need to be answered for Valparaiso. For Penn, the big question is not only who's going to play quarterback, but where are they going to generate their offense from, because they're really young in the skill positions as well. Yeah,
this is a team that they're going to have a lot of guys to kind of grow up. As you see now, they're all decked out in the all-black uniforms. But this is the team that you got to get up and get going quick, because although you're going to have some new faces all across the board here, Kevin, we don't have time to kind of learn. That's what the summer's for. Now we're going to get to hit somebody, and we got to get ready to go. But, again, very interested to see Kellen Hosick. Again, we talked about those positions that he had on the outside, those playmakers to make plays. Now we got some new guys. We're going to shuffle the deck a little bit and see who those guys are going to be. It's a long season, Kevin, 15 more weeks of this, and Valpo hoping to trying to take it the distance.
Yeah, it's a program that won it all a couple of years ago, trying to get back to that spot. They've won a sectional title at the bare minimum in every full season in the Bill Marshall era. Valparaiso lined up right about their own 10-yard line. Penn makes the trot out from their locker room as well. And as Valpo gets set, the Vikings ready to take the field. And the football is officially back in the region. Underneath the towering fireworks, Penn takes the field as well for this kickoff game. 39th all-time meeting tonight between these two long-storied rivals. Penn leads the all-time series. However, Valpo's had years in which they have fallen to Penn but still gone deep, if not won at all. Well, that was the case a couple of years ago.
Hills and valleys, Kevin, and this is as great of a rivalry as it really is, and more so. You talked about these two teams. They have success. Valparaiso, we've seen kind of both sides of the coin where, hey, you lose this game, but come October, November, you kind of click things and, hey, you might have the upper hand on that team you played in week one compared to, obviously, they're two different classes, but it's a great litmus test to see where both these teams kind of stand as they get ready for the season.
We'll take a break. National anthem about to be played here at Viking Field. This is Game Night in the Region on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Earn while you learn from the best hands in the business. The Bricklayers Allied Craft Workers for Indiana, Kentucky Apprenticeship. That's right, this is a paid apprenticeship.
I'm getting an education while learning a trade and getting paid for it.
The thing that surprised me the most about this apprenticeship program is the respect I have received after the proper time and training.
Classes start soon, so apply now. There are training centers throughout Indiana and Kentucky. We are the Bricklayers and Allied Craft Workers for Indiana, Kentucky Apprenticeship. The best hands in the business.
Quintel Incorporated is a family-owned and operated company located in Northwest Indiana that specializes in the reconditioning, repair, and remanufacturing of heat exchangers. Since 1994, Quintel has been handling jobs of all sizes throughout the country. Equipped with the most modern technology and advanced tools, Quintel provides top-notch service. When you trust Quintel for all your needs, you'll get peace of mind and a finished job that exceeds your expectations. For more info about Quintel and the services they provide, visit quintel-inc.com.
Calling all current and future homeowners in the Northwest Indiana area. Whether you're buying or selling, Brent Wright is here to make your real estate journey smooth and successful. With years of experience, personalized service, and a deep knowledge of the market, Brent will help you find the perfect place or get the best deal for your property. Call today at 219-406-7195 and take the first step toward your real estate goals. Contact Brent Wright, the right way to buy and sell real estate.
The Athletic Performance Factory is Northwest Indiana's premier athletic training center. The 40,000 square foot state-of-the-art facility features batting cages, a sand training room, a new outdoor turf infield, and so much more. Check out the facility for one of their daily classes at 3150 45th Street in Highland. Interested in signing up for team workouts or individual lessons? Check out their website at trainapf.com or contact them at 219-750-1087. Athletic Performance Factory, where athletes are made.
Back at Viking Field, kickoff just a couple of moments away. You see the two teams at midfield getting set for the coin toss And now this is where the butterflies kick in on opening night. All the excitement, all the hard work throughout the summer. Now finally you get to hit someone else for once.
Kevin, I got butterflies. I'm sitting up here, and I'm at firework display. My first game actually as a fan, but also a broadcaster at Valparaiso Field. This was where my last high school game was played. I don't remember those fireworks being around a couple years ago, but talk about a way to open the game. We can kind of smell the fireworks in the air, and yeah, like you said, the sparks are going to fly here tonight, Kevin. It's week one. Coin toss now just about finished. We'll get a word on who won the coin toss, but Kevin, no better time than right now. We're finally getting some cloud coverage too. We are in business right here, my friend.
Penn won the opening toss. They deferred their option in the second half, so we'll see the Valpo Viking offense out there first. Harris Stipp will line it up. The 5'11", 211-pound senior will get the full-time kicking duties for Penn. And Valparaiso will send back J.Q. Varnado as well as James Parisi. This is a Quintel kickoff. This kickoff and all kickoffs are presented by Quintel Incorporated. Quintel Incorporated, handling jobs of all sizes throughout the country since 1994.
Spoken like a pro. Kevin, let's do it, man. For the next 15 weeks on the Region Sports Network, we'll have football live from all across Northwest Indiana. What better time than right now? Let's have a day.
Let's do it. Valpo Penn reunited again, and the high school football season is underway. And this will send Parisi back edge of the end zone, and that will be a touchback. So out to the 25-yard line comes Valparaiso. Viking offense with their senior quarterback, Kellen Hosek, full-time starter now here for the Vikings. Really good season last year, 16 touchdown passes. Averaged just under 60% of his passes were completed.
Yeah, he's a gamer. He also has a nice little baseball background. He's a pitcher, believe it or not. I mean, it's kind of a match made in heaven, a quarterback and a pitcher, and he could throw the football. But really excited to see how this new look Valparaiso offense, especially on the outside, looks here in this opening start.
Hosek in the gun. They send Parisi in motion, flank him back out. He'll throw to the far sideline. It's caught right around the 25-yard line. A nice spinning catch there made. And there'll be a 5-yard pickup on 1st and 10. Catch made by Sam Vannard, the 6-foot junior.
Vannard, as well as all of these wide receivers, are expected to take kind of a leap. Again, it's a brand new wide receiver core, and I'm sure they had a lot of reps with Hosek in the summer, kind of building up that chemistry and just getting ready for the Penn Kingsmen. This is, again, week one as well. The healthiest your team will be, also the most prepared your team will be. Games circled on your schedule since November.
So after the 5-yard pickup for an offense that averaged about 136 passing yards a game, they'll shovel it now to the motion man and trying to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Cutting it back right is Parisi, and it'll be dropped for a 1-yard loss. So not the idea that Valpo was wanting there on 2nd and 5. It'll be 3rd and mid-range play here.
Trying to kind of extension of the run game there. I think that might be a completion for Hosek, kind of that jet pass, sending a man in motion, but snuffed out there. Broke a couple tackles, but Penn bringing it back inside the middle of the field. I believe they're on the tackle there, number 7. That's Vinny Freeman, son of the Notre Dame head coach Marcus Freeman. Talented wrestler as well. Showed it there.
They did say he got back to the line of scrimmage with forward progress, so now it's 3rd down and 5 yet again. Hosek takes the shotgun snap, throws over the middle. It's caught. That's a 1st down, angling right. It's Chase Lovig, the senior, and he'll move the sticks for Valpo on this opening drive.
First ever 4 Seasons. First down. Hit it to me, Kevin.
First down is brought to you by 4 Seasons Mechanical in Merrillville, your Northwest Indiana heating and air conditioning specialist.
And what we've seen so far, again, Hosek, we talk about, he's the core of this offense. A nice couple plays, a good script there to kind of get him in rhythm. They're not trying to take shots down the field yet, but get those DBs kind of creeping up a little bit closer to, hey, maybe it'll open up something later in this drive.
Good start. He's 3 for 3 so far, and a flag comes in. And it's our pre-snap foul procedure on Valparaiso, so they'll be behind the sticks on their 2nd first down of the game.
Now, that said, if you kind of start building up a nice rhythm, one way to kill that, Kevin, is a false start like that. So cannot have that happen. again, hopefully, the great thing about football, again, whatever jitters you have, most of the time after that first snap, they kind of just go away, and now you're just playing a kid's game here.
Yeah, you remember everything you've been taught for your entire life pretty much. They pointed at the left side of that offensive line for the foul. So now from the Valpo 26, here's 1st and 15. Trips out left. They'll send Machiche in motion, a throw left side, incomplete. He was looking once again for Parisi. Good pressure from the edge. Came from Christian Bonner, the senior D-end.
It's been, what are we out here so far? 4 straight passes to start off the game. I guess they're going to establish the pass, if you will. You talk about establish the run. Who knows? Again, from what we've seen from Valparaiso offenses as of these past few seasons, when names like Thomas Berta and Davis and so many other pieces along, behind a strong offensive line, they run the football, but not so far this season. 4 straight passes. And now, obviously, 2nd and 15 down in distance. We might get a 5th.
Penn loads the box. It's a screen pass far out wide. The catch is made. Parisi, blockers out in front. He's out across the 40. He's near a first down. We'll see if they give it. He's right at the line again, and yes, they will. It's another Four Seasons Mechanical first down, brought to you by our friends at Four Seasons Mechanical in Maryville. Visit them on the web at fourseasonsmechanical.com.
Extension of the run game. It's as simple as that. They're not actually handing off the football, but it's pretty close. When you try and stretch that field, you make all 11 Penn hats out there on the defensive side. You got to make them play, and they are testing everybody here early, and more so, again, getting your quarterback in rhythm.
Gain of 15 yards on the play. Another fresh set of downs here, and here's the first run of the ball game for Valpo. It's Gage Finley, and he's gobbled up after a couple-yard pickup. The house was in for Penn. Bonner was in there. Kendall Schaefer as well, another senior D tackle. This front 7 for Penn, so much experience. Their starting front 4, all seniors across the board in Bonner, Schaefer, White, and Watson.
Yeah, that's kind of where this group starts, I would say, and it's going to be an interesting matchup. But Valpo wants to kind of work on that run game and establish the run with Gage Finley and Kellen Hosick, who can do a little bit on the ground as well. That matchup between a kind of a new-look offensive line for Valpo and that senior-led D-line will be interesting.
2-yard pickup, 2nd down and 8. Hosick to pass yet again. Good time. Lost it down the middle of the field, and he overthrows his intended target. He had Vennard streaking on the far side hash marks and just about 5 yards too long, and here comes 3rd and long.
Now, I did say that jitters kind of go away after the first play, Cav. And quarterbacks, it could linger a little bit more, and that's going to be a throw that Hosick especially. We've seen him make a lot last year, and that might be something that he's going to want back. But promising. Valpo's getting some good looks here so far. And again, just an over-the-head pass away from potentially scoring here first.
Hosick did throw for a season-high 296 yards against Penn in the opener last year. He's throwing again on 3rd down and 8. Pocket collapsing, fires over the middle, bodies flying, it's incomplete. And Valpo offense comes to a screeching halt near midfield, and out for the first time, the Viking punt unit.
Yeah, shout out again. Great work by the Penn defense to bend, not break. It was a couple promising plays from Valparaiso, really trying to test this Penn defense more so horizontally, a little bit vertically as well. That's going to be something that hopefully, kind of clicks in throughout the course of the game. But Penn stands tall, and now we get the first look at this Valpo defense and this Penn offense, which should be 2 very interesting units.
Both sides retooling. Trevor Fondner boots it away. It's Colton Hernandez and Brayson Hurley back. It's Hurley who flails the arm, makes the catch at about the Penn 13.5-yard line. So good kick there from the senior in Trevor. And now for the first time, the Penn offense. And here's the big question mark. Who is under center first for the Kingsmen? Talking with the second-year coach, Pete Reardon, he said, look, there's a good shot. You're going to see both at some point in this game on Friday night in Landon Hall and Yodi Limperopolis. And we'll see who trots out first. It appears that is Landon Hall making the trot out there for Penn. So there's the first question answered for this offense that is really young in a couple of the key skill positions, mainly in the receiver room.
It's, when you got to replace a receiver in Tayshaun Barta, who is going to be a senior this year, hey, he's going to go to Wisconsin. So when you have a guy like that now is going to transfer to Elkhart, and the first play of the season. That is not one you want to have to start off the year. But as I was saying, Bardo, a guy that had 4 catches in this game last year, 3 of them were for a touchdown, 12th ranked player in the state of Indiana. Looks like Valpo's going to be offsides there on that one, but he accumulated for 65% of the team's receiving yards in 2024. A young skill position out there, and needs some production if you want to try and match at least half of what Bardo did last year.
Most of the production is going to probably come from Jeremiah Mitchell, the senior. He's far out wide to the far side on the first play here. It's 1st and 5. It's a play-action pass. Under pressure's Hall. Down he goes. First sack for Valpo, dragging him back to the 11-yard line. There is a number of Vikings there in the area, and it's a good start for the VHS defense.
Looks like Penn there started off with kind of a fake counter play there, and that's a promising start. Again, we talked about this game last year, Kevin, 49-42. It is a Valpo for this defense. They want to try and get Penn behind the sticks and make them work for every single first down.
3-yard loss. Quick pass. Hall down the near sideline. One-on-one coverage, and the pass is incomplete. Great coverage there from J.Q. Varnado, the junior, playing the corner position. One-on-one battle against Brayson Hurley, and that was just perfect coverage there.
That's a matchup that that ball seems to hang up in the air for so long. Kind of that one-on-one go route there. Perfectly placed ball, I'll say there, and gave your receiver a chance, but even better coverage.
So now here's 3rd down and 8, the first 3rd down for Penn. An offense that at points on this part of the game last year were stagnant. They go 3 wide, and they send a man in motion. It's Jeremiah Mitchell. High snap. Hall collects, looks, fires over the middle, has a man open. Dancing his way between defenders is Hurley, and he's shy of the line to gain, so Valpo does a nice job keeping guys in check, and it's going to be 4th down for Penn, and it's a quick 3 and out.
Just situational defense there. Hey, you need 12 yards to gain. We'll let you get a catch at about that 8-yard mark, and a lot of black hats at the ball. Valpo defense stands tall in the first drive. Much different pace than what we saw last year between these two squads. The feeling out process is alive and well here.
Yeah, there were 994 total yards of offense between these two teams last season in that wild game between Valpo and Penn in the opener, which finished 49-42 Penn. First time today, Harris Stipp boots it away, and this will set up Valpo with good field position. They'll be just shy of their own 45-yard line as the fair catch is made by James Parisi. And fans, be sure to stay connected with all things Region Sports by supporting and following us on social media. We're always active on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, X, and online at regionsports.com. Celebrating over 25 years, we're proud to still be the only game in town.
Spoken like a pro. First time, Kevin, get used to it, man. It's great to have you on. Thanks again for joining us.
Thank you for having me. This has been a lot of fun so far. Valpo again, it's Parisi dancing his way forward, and he's got a first down for Valpo to the Penn 46-yard line. That's a first down brought to you by Four Seasons Mechanical in Maryville, your Northwest Indiana heating and air conditioning specialists.
Another run/pass. We're going to have to break down the film for you stat heads out there, but hey, we'll take it. That's a first down regardless. Again, not much in between the tackles so far from Valpo. A couple RPOs in the flats, and then those kind of jet sweep/passes to really, again, test this Penn defense, especially on the boundary.
From the Penn 44, here's 1st and 10 for Valpo. 4 out wide. Lovig again in motion. Hosek looks that way, connects with him right at the line of scrimmage. It's a 1-yard pickup there, but that was a massive hit laid on there by Noah Wallace, the sophomore outside linebacker.
Wallace probably potentially playing in some of his first varsity minutes at least. Again, week 1, there's no jitters there. That was a midseason form tackle right there. And again, some more short passes from Valparaiso. But Penn kind of letting them have it. So far, Hosek pretty efficient. But a big-time hit there. Now 2nd and 9.
That is something you see on Saturdays.
Yeah.
The level of contact right there.
That hurt me. That hurt me up here.
Feeling that one tomorrow.
That's for sure.
Here's 2nd and 9, right hash. Hosek gives right up the gut gauge. Finley to the 40. And a third down in mid-range play for Valpo.
Finley kind of in that complimentary role last year. Again, Thomas Berta was really that guy for the Valparaiso offense. I mean, looking at Berta a piece that this offense loses, looking at his stats last year, I think he was north of 1,000-yard rusher. Just one of those many pieces in that Valparaiso backfield from, it seems like every single year to really make their money. And now Gage Finley, some big shoes to fill, but also kind of like what we talked about in the pregame, Kevin, some great role models to learn from.
Second most rushing yards coming back from last year's team. Team that won 8 games in 2024 overall. Third down and 6. Hosek pressure coming from the backside, loses the football. It's out at the 45. Penn jumps on it. The officials come in from behind the play and say it was a forward pass. It's an incompletion, so it's going to be fourth down. That saves Valpo from a disaster here early on.
We'll take a look at the replay there. Yeah, it looks like he was going forward. There's some nice pressure there on the outside. I guess they call that the tuck rule or whatever it is now for all those NFL fans out there. But a break we could potentially say there for Valparaiso. But now kind of, you turn heads to the punter here. See if we can pin him back.
You have just scarred any Raiders fan, Oakland or Las Vegas with that phrase.
Yeah, my bad. My bad.
They did it to themselves, though, too. Faulkner boots it away at the 7-yard line, signaling is Colton Hernandez. And Faulkner, that's 2 really good punts so far for him. Pinning this Penn offense back very deep inside their own 15 on both attempts.
It's a third of the game, Kevin. And it's this complimentary football that Valparaiso is so accustomed to, and we've seen kind of over the course of the seasons. And now, obviously, they've definitely won the field position battle for Penn here. It's, hey, can we pick up a first down, try and build a little bit of rhythm as we get going.
They're on the left hash. First down and 10 from their own 8-yard line. Landon Hall, once again, the quarterback. We could see, though, multiple in the game for Penn tonight. It's a hand up right up the middle, and plowing forward is Blake Ewald, who gets the carry for the first time. He takes over as the starting running back. The running back room last year for Penn, decimated by injuries. They're hoping to not only find consistency from that room, but also just stay healthy.
Yeah, and not limiting this player to a running back, but they also had a quarterback that was now playing football at Indiana, also had 500 yards on the ground, so kind of answering both those questions there. They got to replace not only their passer, but kind of a rusher at the quarterback position.
Getting it right up the middle again, and that is going to be near a first down, and I think they're going to get it. If not, it's a half yard shy. It is a first down for Penn. It was Ewald the carry again. Or check that, actually. That's Colton Hernandez, not normally on the offensive side of the football. Usually his action in terms of returning is on special teams, but he's got a first down for Penn.
And that, again, your first down, that really kind of, now, okay, we could move the sticks, we can get things going, and start to kind of hopefully build that momentum for the Penn Kingsmen.
They fake it inside, they go outside with it, the catch is made, and just shy of the 30-yard line is Jeremiah Mitchell. That's going to be the number 1 target for Landon Hall this year.
More extension of the run game, something you see way more nowadays, that RPO. It is an absolute headache to defend for any defense out there. And
it's a 6-yard pickup for the Kingsmen here. They've figured out a way to spread out the Valpo defense a little bit after going 3 and out on their opening drive. Hall gives it off. It's Colton Hernandez again. A good cutback inside. Has some space, and there he goes. Across the 50. Colton Hernandez in a foot race. Can he get to the house? Yes, he can. Touchdown, Penn.
And that is just great running there. Again, you pick up that first down, and then watch out. When you got guys kind of rotating in and out, man, trying to just find, who's going to be that guy in the backfield this year for the Penn Kingsmen. Make a cut there, and that's how, again, you have this team backed up. Valparaiso defense doing a great job, an admirable job, but Penn gets on the board first. Great run there.
74-yard drive there for Colton Hernandez in the first points of this ball game. That was an impressive run, and really that was a great cutback because he was going left. The entire defense was there with him. And now Penn has the early advantage. Harris Stippon for the point after try. Snap and spot down, and he clears the uprights. And so Penn takes an early 7-0 advantage on a 74-yard run from Colton Hernandez. It's Penn 7, Valparaiso 0. This is Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
At Straen Vanill, we believe grocery shopping should be simple. Now, shopping is easier than ever with our new and improved website. Find what you need fast. Browse your favorite products, add them to your cart, and check out in just a few quick steps. Choose between convenient in-store pickup or let us handle the heavy lifting. From our shelves to your doorstep. Skip the lines, shop your way, and spend more time on what matters most. With our rewards program, enjoy incredible savings and personalized offers every time you shop. Shop online now at straenvanill.com or download our app today.
Hi, I'm Crowd Company's Lantern Man. If you're a contractor, it's my job to make your insurance coverage simple and affordable. Because I know time is money, I'll come to your business. Certificates and bonds are a snap. Wherever you are, whatever business you're in, we've got you covered. As Crowd Company's Lantern Man, I'm your insurance superhero.
Crowd Companies, insurance professionals. Highland, Merrillville, and Michigan City.
This is a Quintel kickoff. This kickoff and all kickoffs are presented by Quintel Incorporated. Quintel Incorporated, specializing in the reconditioning, repair, and remanufacturing of heat exchangers. 7-0 Penn after the Colton Hernandez 74-yard score. Stipp boots it away. Parisi taking it from inside his own 5, trying to find some blockers, and he gets out to the 20-yard line. And so here's where Valpo's third possession will start on offense. They've picked up a couple of first downs on each of these first 2 drives. They haven't been able to capitalize.
Yeah, this Penn defense, a bend but not break. It's a pass-heavy attack so far from this Valparaiso team. Trying to kind of find out some of those names that we're talking about, the wide receiver position, those new names, those new faces, trying to figure out who's worthy early. Interesting to see how Valpo will kind of take this now down 7. This is the team that could score points in a hurry, but I want to see maybe how they'll try and maybe mix a run and a pass here and kind of keep Penn on their toes.
Machiche goes in motion. Look at him flank out all the way towards the slot there. They also send Finley in motion as well. He gets the pass out of the backfield, and he's unable to get back to the line of scrimmage. They'll give him a yard on forward progress. A good reach there. But once again, this Penn front 8, really, they go 4-4-3, is everywhere.
Just versatile guys. Again, another name that was on that play once again, Vinny Freeman, that outside linebacker. Outside linebacker nowadays, you're asked to do just about everything, Kevin. You have to play the pass, you have to get out in the flat like Vinny just did there, and you're asked to make some plays in space. And Vinny checked all those boxes there, and now I believe we got a 2nd and 10. Sets Valpo back up, and Penn may be expecting another pass here.
4 wide, Hosick to pass, has the man, connects with him across the 25 and slammed out of bounds. Nice catch there made. Yeah, it's a positive pickup there for Penn. That was Troy Danzy listed as a running back, but he's out of the backfield as a receiver in that set.
And sets up a very, very manageable 3rd and 3 here. Playbook kind of opens up, and who knows, could be a little risky here, but 2 down territory potentially. But you're going 5 wide here. You might be trying to maybe take a shot, and who knows. But 5 wide, very, very interesting set here, Kevin.
First time they've gone empty in this one. It's a quick pass for Hosick. Pass is caught, and Parisi's taken down. Great open field tackle by Vinny Freeman. And now let's see what Valpo elects to do here on 4th down and short. And they're going to bring out the punt unit.
And that's just another form tackle. You could tell that Vinny Freeman wrestles. He's just fantastic in open space. I believe he was their 2nd leading tackler on last year's squad, and he's been a guy that's been doing it for the Penn Kingsmen for quite some time, and he wants to end his senior season on a bang. So far, things are getting off on the right foot for Vinny.
47 total tackles, 32 of them all by himself in 2024. Faulkner boots it away. It's Hernandez and Hurley back. It's Hurley flailing the right arm, makes the catch at their own 36-yard line. Now here's the Penn offense up 7-0. Their offense showed big signs of life there. Colton Hernandez, fresh off his first ever varsity touchdown a couple moments ago, that 74-yard scamper.
Talk about a way to make an impact there. You always remember your first, they say, and that one was a fireworks, if you will. Made a nice cutback. Wish we had the replay for that, but you could feel free to scroll on back and take a look at that for the Penn faithful out there. But Valparaiso, bend don't break here. Offense doesn't really keep you off the field too much. Want to try and close out this first quarter with some momentum.
Defense busy early here for Valpo. Play fake over the middle. Wide open man, and it's caught. Bernacki breaking free. He's inside the 20, and he's gone. One play, and Penn doubles up on their lead.
The RPO, Kevin, it is such a tough thing to guard. You take a look at the Region Sports replay here, how they're kind of lined up. Again, looking like a run play, have the H-back. And as you see there, you fake the handoff. You got the receiver running over the middle, wide open. Nothing but green grass in front of him. Show him your shoe bottoms. Penn up 13-0. Quickly, we talked about, but you don't want to lose that momentum or any sort of momentum if you're Valpo. But 2 long plays here. Not a great start for this defense.
1:53 left. And a blink of an eye, assuming Stipp converts on the point after try. It's 14-0 Penn, and that one is through. 64 yards from Hall to Bernacki. Let me tell you, this junior in his first ever varsity start's looking pretty good early in the backfield. You're watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
From lighting up Friday night football to powering the classrooms that shape the students of Lake County, IBEW Local 697 is proud to support our region's schools and the communities we call home. A career as a union electrician could be your next great move. Your next cap might be a hard hat. IBEW Local 697, powering futures, powering the region.
Check out the IBEW Local 697 electrifying plays from this week's football action. Visit regionsports.com, Facebook/Region Sports Nation, or on Instagram. The electrifying plays presented by IBEW Local 697. IBEW Local 697, the electrical professionals. And after the last couple of offensive plays for Penn, those were electric if you were a Penn fan. This right here is a Quintel kickoff. This kickoff and all kickoffs are presented by Quintel Incorporated, handling all jobs of all sizes throughout the country since 1994. Breaking this one out across the 20, and it's a good return here for Parisi. And here comes Valpo for offensive possession number 4. And even though we're inside the final minute 50 of this first quarter, this feels like a drive now here, Mike, where Valpo needs points.
I'd say the goal here, Kevin, let's hold on to the football until the end of this quarter. That would mean we would hopefully maybe obviously establish a little bit of clock, but hey, hopefully pick up a first down in the process and just try and, keep that hot Penn offense, who, again, 2 touchdowns over 60 yards. We want to try and rest up our defense a little bit and try and build some rhythm on offense, which we've seen some flashes, but Penn has struck very, very quickly.
Finley gets the call, left side, has the edge, has the 30, has the 32-yard line. And that right there is a Valparaiso first down. And that first down is brought to you by Four Seasons Mechanical in Maryville, your Northwest Indiana heating and air conditioning specialists.
And the Viking horn, of course, a great Valpo faithful, of course, around the Valpo side here in the home press box. Always a fun place to just watch a football game. Valpo fan or not, it's a beautiful facility, great hospitality, and great environment. Week 1, again, what more can you ask for, Kevin?
Nothing much. Sun's falling behind the clouds, too, so it provides some needed shade for both these teams. Finley, again, after the 10-yard pickup. Give him 2.5 or so. And it's another carry for him. It'll be second down and long.
And two promising plays back-to-back for Valparaiso, trying to establish Finley, who, again, has all the capabilities of being kind of one of those tough-to-tackle Valparaiso backs that what we've seen from yesteryear. But 2nd and 7 now, playbook kind of opens up here. Valpo has the capabilities to do whatever. Got 3 receivers out, far side of the field.
Trips off to the right on 2nd down and 8, inside the final 40 seconds or so. He calls his own number, and he picks up the first down to the 45. Kellen Hosek, sometimes when the receivers aren't there, why not do it yourself?
He's very capable of doing that. We talked about how fantastic he is as a passer and how much he has grown, but he could do just about the same amount of damage and really kind of keep you on edge as a rusher.
Inside of the final 30 seconds or so, they're going to take this one down to the end of the quarter. So Valpo does what Mike wanted them to. They're 1 for 1 this season. There
Goal achieved. Hey, man, long season. Long season.
Valpo with some momentum here as we near the end of the first quarter. After one here, it's 14-0 in favor of Penn. You're watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Four Seasons Mechanical proudly serves Northwest Indiana, providing quality, reasonably priced, reliable service. With a quality and comfort guarantee, the professionals at Four Seasons Mechanical offer a wide range of services in heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. Whether it's residential or commercial, Four Seasons Mechanical is there 24/7. To find out more, the website is fourseasonsmechanical.com or give them a call at 219-756-7020. Four Seasons Mechanical, your indoor air quality specialist.
Old Man Winter is just around the corner, and that means temperatures will soon begin to drop. And a region winter is not the time to be left out in the cold. The professionals at Economy Electric Heating and Cooling can tune up that old furnace or install a new unit that can last for years. Your family deserves to stay comfortable this winter, and with 24/7 emergency service, comfort is just a phone call away. Economy Electric Heating and Cooling, 219-923-4441. Or for more info, the website is forajobdoneright.com.
Welcome back. After 15 minutes of play, it's Penn 14, Valpo 0. They'll flip sides. Valpo left to right. Offense, a couple of first downs here on their 4th possession of this football game. Kellen Hosek, 11-yard pickup right before we went to break. On their own 45, it's a play fake. He'll let it fly down the seam. Got a man, and it's in and out of the hands of Straen Vanill, the 6-foot junior wideout.
Kind of a nice little shot play there coming out of a quarter, something you want to kind of draw up and maybe you can get that defense resting. Don't want to call that kind of an RPO play there, but kind of free up that backside with the play fake there. Hosek puts it kind of right where he wants it, just over the outstretched arms there, Bernard.
Hosek, just his 5th incompletion of the game. He's been really good throwing the football, and his receivers have made some plays. They're helping to make some plays for points, though. 2nd down and 10 from the -45. Penn loads the box here, and they bring him. Hosek out to his right. Has to get rid of it. Stumbles, heaves it down the sideline. Jump ball, incomplete. Valpo wants a flag, none given. And it's 3rd down and long.
Dangerous play there. Almost resulted in possibly a flag. There kind of goes either way. Jump ball could have been labeled as uncatchable. I guess depends on who you ask there, Kevin, but a broken play from the start. Credit to Hosek for trying to make something out of nothing, but also kind of falls out of harm's way there. There's a couple Penn hats were around the football there.
3rd down and 10. That was Christian Bonner from the left side edge just chasing him down as well. They read that play perfectly.
Well, from what the depth chart says, they call this defensive unit the Wild Bunch.
Nice play, sets up for some blockers. It's Parisi dashing his way forward to the 40-yard line. It's another Four Seasons Mechanical first down, brought to you by our friends at Four Seasons Mechanical in Maryville. Visit them on the web at fourseasonsmechanical.com.
One of the more visually appealing plays, I think, in football as of late, the tunnel screen. You kind of leave all of those defenders blocked, and your linemen kind of trickle their way down the field, open up something right over the middle of the field. Easy catch and run there, and Valpo now back in business.
Good for 15 on that 3rd down and 10 look for Hosek and company. In the gun again. Looking to throw. Pressure coming again from his backside. Heaves it on the run. One-on-one coverage. Deflected and incomplete. One-on-one coverage. It was Vannard against Vinny Freeman, who has been everywhere for Penn in this one.
I'm telling you, man, it's you have to do so much in that kind of rover outside linebacker role. You kind of wear two positions. You're kind of also that extra safety, kind of that nickel defensive back. You're asked to do so much, and I believe Vinny, a 3-year starter on this defense, and we've said his name quite a few times here so far.
They have him do a little bit of everything, and that's why they think he's such a special young man and why they look forward to watching him in the future. So after the incompletion, here's 2nd down and 10 from the +40. Valpo in good field position here. Finley gets the carry, left side, bashes his way forward to the 37. Now here's 3rd and long.
A lot of motion from this Valparaiso offense. They're trying to just, again, I bet there's a couple reads for Hosick here they trust him with a lot. And again, enter your junior season, there might be, I don't want to say they're going to try and kind of contain you, but hey, let's see what this kid got. This kid has. Yes, he earned this job, but now he could, enter in your senior year, your 2nd year under center. Now he could try and open up the playbook, really kind of cater to your skills. And again, there's always kind of maybe that backside read for Hosick to potentially hit.
Reese in motion again. They flank him back out. And Hosick will look over the middle and miscommunication. It's incomplete. He was looking for Jaden Jansma for the first time. Now be 4th down and 8. Is this 4-down territory here for Valpo?
You tell me. I don't know. I mean, oh, goodness. Looks like the offense is staying out there. When you have a quarterback like that could, I'm sure you could scheme up something decently. I also want to know if Hosick could maybe punt. We've seen that a bit too, that kind of pooch punt. It's a really kind of set up your defense in good field position.
In case they do go for it, this is 4-down territory here, and it's sponsored by Four Seasons Mechanical in Maryville, your Northwest Indiana heating and air conditioning specialist. They are going to go for it. Hosick to pass. Pressure comes. Hits as he throws. It is intercepted. Colton Hernandez is doing it all on both sides of the football. And it's essentially an arm punt for Valpo. That's the only good thing about that play.
I was going to say, not the absolute worst case in the world, but I will say a player to highlight, Vinny Freeman once again, rushing that throw. Kind of forces an error and throw there for Hosick. And yes, you have the arm punt, but hey, momentum now back in Penn's favor. And this defense they're kind of winning that war. Again, looking at how last year's game went, 49-42. What defense is going to be more improved heading into 2025 right now through a quarter and some change? It's the Penn Kingsmen.
The last 2 plays, Penn has scored 2 touchdowns on 138 combined yards.
Ooh. What about this play?
Hall under pressure, down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Valpo's front 7 ready for that one. They weren't trying to go 3 for 3 there.
Looked broken kind of from the start there. Take a look at the Region Sports replay, maybe an RPO, and didn't like what he saw. And at that point, you kind of just have to eat that and hope you hold on to the football. And Valpo, you want to try again. 2nd and 13, keep them kind of in this position. And, hey, let's force a punt. Let's try and make our special teams bring us back in this game. We've seen it from Valpo teams before.
Brody Wheeler will get credit for the sack. He had 2 last year. Throw over the middle. It's caught. Bernacki again breaking free, and he's unable to break the arms of Christian Lemon, but it's another first down for Penn. And these first downs all season long brought to you by Four Seasons Mechanical in Maryville. Visit them on the web at fourseasonsmechanical.com.
Another great sell on the RPO there, and just put it right where it needs to be. It makes a super easy throw for the quarterback. But hey, you gotta hit a guy in stride, running that slant route in a very, very tight window. Yes, the target's there, but the job is done, and Penn's been making money on that RPO.
29-yard pickup there on 2nd and long, and barreling his way to the 39-yard line. That was Ewald with the carry.
Seems like Penn is kind of, again, 2 similar offensive styles, what we've seen so far. Yes, the run is going to be there, but again, there's going to be that second read that, hey, if this Valparaiso defense or this Penn defense, if they are seeing run and those linebackers take a couple steps up, we're going to try and send someone behind you and hit you for a slant or something dangerous.
A fake to Ewald. Hall rolls out to his left and overthrows his intended target. He was looking for Carson Bays, the senior tight end, which would have been his first catch of the season. And now here's third down and long. Valpo a chance to get off the field here.
As cliche as it is, this is a big third down here. From what you say, we hear that all the time. But definitely for Valparaiso right here, trying to just get off the field. This defense, it seems like, although there's been some quick plays, it still seems like this Valpo defense has, they're dying for a stop. You see our camera shaking a little bit. You probably hear it from the crowd. They want to stop too.
It's our first big third down of the season. That's how you know football season's back, everyone. From the 39-yard line, we're going to call it third down and 8, but it's a long 8 at that, and Penn and Coach Reardon want an extra second to take it over. And while they think it over, we'll take a break. You're watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Earn while you learn from the best hands in the business. The Bricklayers Allied Craftworkers for Indiana Kentucky Apprenticeship. That's right, this is a paid apprenticeship.
I'm getting an education while learning a trade and getting paid for it.
The thing that surprised me the most about this apprenticeship program is the respect I have received after the proper time and training.
Classes start soon, so apply now. There are training centers throughout Indiana and Kentucky. We are the Bricklayers and Allied Craftworkers for Indiana Kentucky Apprenticeship. The best hands in the business.
Quintel Incorporated is a family-owned and operated company located in Northwest Indiana that specializes in the reconditioning, repair, and remanufacturing of heat exchangers. Since 1994, Quintel has been handling jobs of all sizes throughout the country. Equipped with the most modern technology and advanced tools, Quintel provides top-notch service. When you trust Quintel for all your needs, you'll get peace out.
Big third down and 8 here for Penn after their first time out. It's a quick pass. Hall lofts it. One-on-one coverage down the sideline. It's caught. Was he inbounds? No, he was not. Brayson Hurley was out of bounds, and the official also later came in and said no possession, so that's a big stop there for Valpo.
Close. Just say, get it to your receiver. Try and have him make a play. A nicely placed ball. Give your receiver a chance. Some great coverage, again, outside on the boundary. The Valparaiso corners have done an admirable job so far. If there's a position to highlight so far, yes, those RPOs, very, very tough to cover, but kind of just on, regular pass plays. 2 thumbs up so far from the corners.
So Stipp will boot it away. It's a low kick. Got to watch out. Make sure you don't touch it. And they're going to let this one roll as long as it can, and it looks like it'll stop on the 19.5-yard line of Valpo. So the Vikings will take over. Good progress. They got in a good field position. They go for it on fourth down, the interception, but there were still positive signs for Valpo that last drive.
Now, hey, we're mid-second quarter. You're going to give the ball back to Penn at halftime. Let's start putting some things together. Hey, why not a big play for us? We have the ability. We've seen a couple big plays so far, but where's that shot play? Hosick has been very, very efficient, but on those long throws, kind of missed some of his targets. I bet he's dying for one now here, Kevin.
I had that one on that first drive where Hosick, you could just tell nerves got the better of him. Finley again up the middle, shakes a couple tackles. And he gets to the 24-yard line.
Seems like a rare first down run for Valpo so far. Again, could have been a read off of that, but Finley, I'm super excited to see again, there's been some great offensive lines that kind of help out with everything, but the running back rooms of Valparaiso of these past few seasons are just so fun to see.
Finley trying to add on to that great lineage so far. He's in pass pro here. Pocket collapses. Hosek rolling out to his left. Will tuck it himself to the 30. He's got the first down to the 32-yard line. It's another Four Seasons Mechanical first down, brought to you by our friends at Four Seasons Mechanical in Maryville, your Northwest Indiana heating and air conditioning specialist.
And that's just what makes dual threat quarterbacks just so dangerous. You think, and it's so frustrating for defenses, you think you have a quarterback bottled up, and then all of a sudden, escape my grasp, and then scampers its way for a first down. It's brutal. But it's the talent that Hosick has.
He got 8 yards there. He needed 6 on that last one. Here's 1st and 10 from the 32-yard line. Slightly bobbled snap. Recovers, fires over the middle. Has a man in the Penn territory. Lovig to the 47-yard line of the Kingsmen.
I'm sure he kind of felt, going across the middle of the field. It takes a little bit of skill to stand in there and catch a ball going across the middle where those hard hitters they're chomping at the bit for that, but that's great work there, and Valpo now back in business. Back in plus territory. Now we need to see, again, we've seen a couple of those shot plays, those medium yardage plays kind of coming to fruition, but got to finish the drive here.
That one was good for 22.
That'll do.
Hosek looks short. Finley on a lob pass makes the catch, upended by Freeman inside the 45. They're going to get him down at the 43.
Freeman had quite the game against these guys last year as well. I believe he had a game or team high, definitely team high, 14 tackles. So he might be trying to best that mark this time around.
It was his season high, too.
Oh, there you go.
3-yard pickup for Finley. So from the Penn 47, Valpo goes 3 wide to the right again. Finley sidecar right as Hosek takes the snap. Ludwig on the screen has an angle to the 45, or to 35, beg your pardon. And he's got another Viking first down.
Just keeping it simple. Again, there's going to be some shot plays there, but they're also, again, they like those throwing things out to the flat, getting some blockers in space. Kind of a little bit of a tunnel screen there as well, but that time bounce it back outside. Another Valpo first down. Keeping the chains moving.
That right there is exactly what you wanted. If you were Valpo. And now once again, another first down. Four Seasons Mechanical first down brought to you by our friends in Four Seasons Mechanical in Maryville. Visit them on the web at fourseasonsmechanical.com. Again, Lovig spun and tripped down. Nice job. He got his hand in there. That was Noah Wallace, the outside backer. Otherwise, Lovig had an angle to break free.
For sure, but we've seen a lot of great open field tackling as well from Penn. Although Valpo's been able to complete some of those swing passes, whether they're screens or not, or just kind of get guys in space, it requires those guys on the boundary and those outside linebackers. And even, we saw there, some D-line to kind of get out there in space and try and make plays. And Penn right now, very few mistakes defensively. Although, again, they're bending. They're not really breaking quite yet.
Reese in motion. Now the gun, Finley again, right up the middle. Shakes one, shakes a second, and it requires 4 guys to bring him down at the Penn 28.
That's a trend, too, we see with these Valpo running backs. Although there's some great offensive lines to run behind, if you do get a crack at the running back, it usually requires maybe 1 to 2 guys to even kind of stand a chance. These guys just, I don't know what's in the water over here, but to try and bring these guys down the balance of these Valpo running backs over the course of these years, it's impressive.
5-yard pickup. Here's 3rd down and a long one. Looks more like 3rd down and 2 from our angle up here in the press box. Hosek, after a couple delayed claps, gives it off. Finley throws a stiff arm, trying to get to the edge. He can't. Freeman first down the scene, but tip of the ball cap as well to Quinn Watson, the D-end, who came from the left side of the formation to make the stop, and it's 4-down territory yet again.
Again, straight give there from Valparaiso, and Penn just doing a great job flying in the football. Vinny kind of first there on the action, but a lot of gold hats, again, flying to the ball, an energized group. And now another 4th and 3 here. What does Valpo draw up? 4-down territory here, Kevin. Playbook is open, but we kind of saw there on that last run, Penn doing a great job on that against Finley and the crew.
Territory sponsored by Four Seasons Mechanical in Maryville. Hosek bobbles the snap, stays with it, keeps it himself, gets inside the 25 all the way down to the 21. That was disastrous at the start for Kellen Hosek in Valparaiso, but somehow, some way, they get the much-needed first down to keep the drive alive.
Come on now. There we go. Hey, we'll take it. It's we have seen a couple errant snaps a little bit. Hosek trying to hopefully kind of, get things going a little bit with his center, but a great athletic play there from Hosek to, hey, just tuck it and run. Hey, we only need 3 yards. Let me do it myself.
From the 21-yard line, Hosek out to the wheel route there. It's Finley. And he's all the way down to the 15-yard line.
Finley, again, is kind of that complimentary back last year. Had a lot of production in the passing game. Now we're seeing it kind of as that lead back here heading into 2025. That so far, and again, kind of through this first quarter, and now again 2 minutes left, or just about 2 minutes left to go in this half. He's going to be a kind of that 3-down pass catcher back for his senior campaign.
And Penn will take their second time out of the half. It'll be 2nd down and 4 coming up for Valpo. And we will take a break. This is Game Night in the Region on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Calling all current and future homeowners in the Northwest Indiana area. Whether you're buying or selling, Brent Wright is here to make your real estate journey smooth and successful. With years of experience, personalized service, and a deep knowledge of the market, Brent will help you find the perfect place or get the best deal for your property. Call today at 219-406-7195 and take the first step toward your real estate goals. Contact Brent Wright, the right way to buy and sell real estate.
Have you checked out Centier Bank's student checking account? This no-fee checking account is perfect for students and teens ages 14 to 24 and comes with all the features you need to succeed, such as a debit card, digital banking, and automatic deposit. Centier Bank can help you start establishing good spending habits today for your better tomorrow. For more information, visit Centier.com/student-checking or visit your local branch. If you are under the age of 18, your parent or guardian must also sign on the Centier student checking account. At the age of 25, your account will automatically convert to the Centier checking account. You must deposit $25 to open this account. This account is not eligible for overdraft advantage. Member FDIC.
Now,
from the 16-yard line, 2nd down and 4 for Valpo, knocking on the doorstep, looking for points in what is a much score drive with Penn deferring their option. There's a pass near side, incomplete, looking for Vannard. You need points here after deferring after losing the toss. Penn's getting to just come out of the half, so you need points here.
Yeah, this could be 4-down territory here, too. I don't think you want to settle for 3 and keep it a 2-score game. I think you want to try and maybe cut this yardage in half or maybe a hard count here to try and get Penn to jump, which I'll tell you this, I don't want to jinx anything, Kevin. Been a pretty clean game so far despite the week 1 jitters and everything kind of surrounding this ball game.
Each side just one penalty. It was a pre-snap infraction,
yeah.
A Penn false start, and a Valpo offsides, and that was it so far. 3rd down and 4 from the 15-yard line. This is the 12th play of the drive for Valpo. Parisi out of the backfield, angling left. Can he get to the first down? He'll be stuffed right near the line to gain. They're going to spot him half a yard shy. Once again, that was Noah Wallace making a play in the open field.
Again, the game plan's pretty simple, what we've seen so far from Valpo. They like putting their athletes kind of in space, getting guys in motion, and requiring Penn to just make plays in the open field. And Penn has not made any mistakes. Yes, we see a missed tackle there, but the guys are going to fly to the football and stop them short of the line of the game.
And Valpo will take a timeout. This is their first of the game. And while we take a break, make sure to visit regionsports.com, Facebook, Region Sports Nation, Instagram, and Region Sports Network YouTube for this week's Home Improvement Top 10, presented by Enigenberg Exteriors. Enigenberg Exteriors. You can find them on the web at ebergexteriors.com.
Also, don't go away too long after halftime. After we'll take a little short break, Kevin and I will break down the first half of what has been a fun one so far. Not as high scoring as last year, which is probably a good thing for those defensive coordinators out there. I like a good evenly matched game, and it could get really intriguing here, Kevin. A 4th and 1 here. A big 4th down here, to say the least, to keep that cliches going. I really wonder what we could see from Valpo here. I imagine a second read here. Hosick, again, watch out. He could be a guy to keep the football as well. Could see some sort of read option, as well as, again, guys trips out to the boundary. I wouldn't be surprised if we get a guy out in the flat.
4-down territory presented by Four Seasons Mechanical in Maryville. They need 1 yard. Hosick to pass. Looking long, goes short. Finley out of the backfield. Inside the 5, headed for the goal line. And he's dragged down inside the 2. 1st and goal, Valpo.
Just plenty of orbit motion, and then you kind of sneak that running back out. Finley, back kind of where that motion was thought to go, and Penn just loses him. And we've just seen a lot of pre-snap kind of window dressing from this Valparaiso team. And Hosick just puts it right on the money. Now 1st and goal. Trying to punch this one in here.
11-yard pickup inside 2 minutes to play here in the half. Valpo knocked it on the doorstep for the first time. That was a Four Seasons first down. It's Finley again, right up the middle, and he's in for the Valparaiso touchdown.
That is a statement drive there, Kevin. Simple enough. We've seen just about open up the entire playbook. A little bit of pass, a little bit of run, some big-time 4th down conversions. Then give it to the guy that just had a fantastic drive. The previous 4th down conversion not too long ago engaged Finley. And we got a ball game here.
Bodner on for the extra point. He was 12 for 12 last season. The 6-foot, 180-pound senior out of the hold of Troy Danzy. An opportunity to get within 7 points here. That's huge for Valpo. On the assumption the kick is good. That kick is blocked. Does it get over? No, it doesn't. Colton Hernandez doing it all in all three phases of the game. My goodness. So Valpo gets some points on the board. They leave one there on the block PAT, but either way, on a must-score drive, they convert. You're watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
The Athletic Performance Factory is Northwest Indiana's premier athletic training center. The 40,000-square-foot state-of-the-art facility features batting cages, a sand training room, a new outdoor turf infield, and so much more. Check out the facility for one of their daily classes at 3150 45th Street in Highland. Interested in signing up for team workouts or individual lessons? Check out their website at trainapf.com or contact them at 219-750-1087. Athletic Performance Factory, where athletes are made.
When it comes to your money, you deserve more than just numbers on a page. You deserve someone who sees the full picture. Meet Mark Machnick, one of Northwest Indiana's most trusted accounting professionals. Whether you're running a business, planning for retirement, or just trying to make sense of tax season, Mark Machnick, located in Highland, makes it simple, personal, and believe it or not, painless. Contact Mark and his team today at 219-595-5290. Mark Machnick, CPA.
This is a Quintel kickoff. This kickoff and all kickoffs are presented by Quintel Incorporated. Quintel Incorporated, specializing in the reconditioning, repair, and remanufacturing of heat exchangers. Calvin and Mike with you. $1:35 left in the opening half of the high school football season. Valpo, fresh off their first touchdown of the season. Faudner to boot it away. It'll be Brayson Hurley from his own 2. He will take it on out. Waiting for the blockers. He has a lane. He's across the 30. Cuts it back inside, and he's all the way down to the Penn 39. That's a quality return of 37 yards.
And then Valpo fresh off with that touchdown from Gage Finley. Now, hey, we want to leave the half kind of where we're at right now. Don't want to give Penn, again, they're going to get the ball right back out of the second half. Do not want to give them some free points here and make this another 2-score game.
Valpo, all the momentum, like you said. That was a 14-play touchdown drive right before we went to break. Penn's 2 touchdowns came in a 2-play sequence. A 74-yard run by Colton Hernandez, then a 64-yard pass to Mason Bernacki.
So they have the big playability. Again, if I'm Valparaiso, they've done it kind of on the RPOs. Stay home and read your keys.
First time today we see the sophomore, Yodi Limberopoulos, and he's met at the line of scrimmage.
So he's coming, I think, right back out, if I'm not mistaken. Great job there from the Valparaiso, especially the linebacking core to really fly to the football and greet the new quarterback with the big hit.
Limberopoulos, varsity debut right there, and he's back to pass in his first play. They hit it, the motion man, and it is an incomplete pass. They were looking out of the backfield for Chase Buckwheat, the junior tailback who didn't play on the varsity team last year. He was a rostered player. Now all of a sudden, here's 3rd down and 10.
If I were to give a play call here for Penn, I'd maybe try and have Valparaiso burn a timeout or have them keep them kind of on their toes. We'll try maybe some sort of run here, maybe one read with the quarterback, potentially keep it, but
Penn's got one left. Valpo's got 2 timeouts to your point.
And we get the ball back. Penn gets the ball back at half. And this Valparaiso crowd, shoot, I wouldn't want to throw it either.
They're going to run it with Buckwheat, and he's met right at the 40-yard line. Nice job there. The Valpo front 7. Cameron Aspel leads the charge. Valpo burns their second timeout as they get a much-needed 3-and-out.
Yeah, now kind of decision time for them, obviously resulting kind of what we're going to see from this punt. Wonder if Valpo will try and maybe send another guy or 2 to maybe get a guy back there to get a piece of this punt. But 46 seconds, 1 timeout. Now you do question maybe their special teams ability if they were to maybe end up short of the end zone and try and kick a field goal. Do not want to try and emulate that last PAT, which Penn got a hand on, which makes this a 14-6 ball game.
Here's Stipp to punt it. Parisi and Varnado are the 2 deep men. And it'll actually just be Parisi this time around. They usually have 2 guys back deep there. Coach Marshall's team does. This time they're sticking with just the junior and James. Low punt, and this should give Valpo good field position. It takes a Viking bounce out of bounds at the 36-yard line. So good field position. They do have a timeout left, and they have 36 seconds left in the half.
Unfortunate hop there for Penn. Took kind of a, not a north-south bounce, but more so an east-to-west bounce. Rolled right out of the sideline. Now they get the ball on the 39-yard line. Again, 40 seconds left. Have that one timeout. Again, you take 3, of course, but I bet Valpo's, they're trying to go for 6. And they have the personnel to do it. They have a quarterback that could hopefully protect the football here as well, though, Kevin.
And this might not help their case. Offsides on Penn. How about that?
That's the second time we've kind of seen that pre-snap penalty, somebody lining up in the neutral zone. Saw that in Valparaiso earlier, and I think in the first offensive play for Penn.
They gave it to, I mean, obviously it's not like college of the pros where they announce a number, but they were pointing at John White, the interior defensive tackle. So now here's 1st and 5. This is huge. Hosek, plenty of time, looks far sideline, pass is incomplete. Freeman got his hand on it and knocks it out of the midst of Valparaiso's wideout, trying to make a play there.
I think Freeman just
was Jansma.
Yeah, vendetta against Valparaiso. He seems to, I mean, he's a fantastic player. Don't get me wrong, fantastic athlete, but against Valparaiso especially, he's a name that that would have been called all of last season with 14 tackles, and so far through this first half, he has been all over the field, testing him in the passing game, and he is equally as efficient as somebody who drops back in coverage as somebody who could get in the run game and make a play.
2nd down and 5. Hosek bobbles the snap. He'll take it himself, cuts it back, picks up the 1st down. Second time he's had to do that. And 26 seconds left. They reset the chains. It's a Four Seasons Mechanical Maryville 1st down. Visit them on the web at fourseasonsmechanical.com. And they will spike it.
And this is kind of what like those Thursday practices are for, Kevin, where you kind of work on situational football. Sometimes you do it on air, sometimes you maybe bring out a scout defense, but you want to try and work on that 2-minute offense, kind of a nice little walkthrough period where, again, there's going to be times in games where, hey, we need to put points up on the board and get some momentum before half. So interesting to see, again, Bill Marshall, a lot of success with this program and not his first rodeo. But this team, I bet, is well accustomed to running this 2-minute drill in their weekly practice plan.
Hosek, pressure coming. Flag on the play came from the referee, and he's tackled at the line of scrimmage. So with 16 seconds left, a decision here. Let's see what this is on.
Kind of in the vicinity of holding, obviously, and then when you get a quarterback that kind of steps up in the pocket or moves his area point of launch, sometimes the linemen, of course, go with him, and you try to kind of keep him in your block. And, yeah, I think that'll be a
holding on Valpo.
Yep. So that kind of sets you back now. Obviously, accept that penalty if you're the Kingsmen. And now here with 16.8 to go. At this point, I think you just kind of want to eat the hold on to the football, take this 1.5. And still what has been a fun-filled first half, to say the least.
Penn gets ball at a half. Clock runs here on the referee's signal, so inside of 10 seconds, likely the final play of the half. Hosek will check it down. Finley out of the backfield, shakes off a tackle, breaks through another one. And with 2 seconds left, Valpo will burn their final timeout of the half. And they get back to the original line of scrimmage and get 1. So following the 10-yard penalty,
I think now it's time to see that arm.
Here comes the last play of the half for realsies.
Another thing that probably gets practiced in maybe some of those walkthrough practices, kind of the Hail Mary / victory formation, those late game sort of things. Again, does Hosek have the arm? Again, ball going to be lined up at their own 49-yard line, so you could maybe get a group of Vikings down kind of, we can call it maybe the goalpost, or spread them out all across the field, but also you got to buy Hosek time. maybe roll him out right, roll him out left, and he's an athlete.
This front four of Penn has been everywhere. And so we'll talk about during the halftime show as well, but Valpo's going to need to make some adjustments with the offensive line to give Hosek more time to throw.
Yeah, where Valpo's done a lot of great work is kind of getting the ball away from those defensive linemen, getting it out to the flat, testing those corners and outside linebackers that have done a great job tackling, but better out there than kind of, with those four seniors holding it down for the Kingsmen.
So here comes 3rd down and 9 with 2 seconds to go in the half. Man goes in motion again. It's Jansma. And here we go. Penn sends the house. Hosek will run it himself, has a lane. Clock expires. We'll look to keep this alive. He's inside the 25, and he's wrangled down at the 23-yard line, and that is the opening half of the 2025 season. It's Penn 14, Valparaiso 6.
Thought we were going to see some pitchy woo-woo there, but hey, we'll take it to half. A very, very fun first half, Kevin. We're going to break it all down here shortly, but some positives kind of on Valparaiso's side. Penn got the scoring off early with some 2 big plays, but Valparaiso now hanging in there. Penn will get the ball in the second half. Some adjustments to be made on both sides of the football, but that's why we play too.
We'll take a break. Halftime is upon us here at Viking Field. You're watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
At Straen Vanill, we believe grocery shopping should be simple. Now, shopping is easier than ever with our new and improved website. Find what you need fast. Browse your favorite products, add them to your cart, and check out in just a few quick steps. Choose between convenient in-store pickup or let us handle the heavy lifting. From our shelves to your doorstep. Skip the lines, shop your way, and spend more time on what matters most. With our rewards program, enjoy incredible savings and personalized offers every time you shop. Shop online now at straenvanill.com or download our app today.
Hi, I'm Crowd Company's Lantern Man. If you're a contractor, it's my job to make your insurance coverage simple and affordable. Because I know time is money, I'll come to your business. Certificates and bonds are a snap. Wherever you are, whatever business you're in, we've got you covered. As Crowd Company's Lantern Man, I'm your insurance superhero.
Crowd Companies, insurance professionals. Highland, Merrillville, and Michigan City.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
From lighting up Friday night football to powering the classrooms that shape the students of Lake County, IBEW Local 697 is proud to support our region's schools and the communities we call home. A career as a union electrician could be your next great move. Your next cap might be a hard hat. IBEW Local 697, powering futures, powering the region.
Four Seasons Mechanical proudly serves Northwest Indiana, providing quality, reasonably priced, reliable service. With a quality and comfort guarantee, the professionals at Four Seasons Mechanical offer a wide range of services in heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. Whether it's residential or commercial, Four Seasons Mechanical is there 24/7. To find out more, the website is fourseasonsmechanical.com or give them a call at 219-756-7020. Four Seasons Mechanical, your indoor air quality specialists.
Old Man Winter is just around the corner, and that means temperatures will soon begin to drop. And a region winter is not the time to be left out in the cold. The professionals at Economy Electric Heating and Cooling can tune up that old furnace or install a new unit that can last for years. Your family deserves to stay comfortable this winter, and with 24/7 emergency service, comfort is just a phone call away. Economy Electric Heating and Cooling, 219-923-4441. Or for more info, the website is forajobdoneright.com.
Follow all of tonight's region football scores live on the Hometown Scoreboard, streaming on youtube.com/Region Sports, facebook.com/Region Sports, and regionsports.com, courtesy of your neighborhood Straen Vanill, your favorite Indiana-made grocery store.
Hey, let me break it down for you all. Again, we got a great game here at Viking Field, but still, I believe there's 19 total games in the region going throughout all across the area. Again, you can find that on our YouTube, Facebook, and regionsports.com, our Straen Vanill Hometown Scoreboard. For some scoreboard updates for you all, the KV Cougars are tied with the Rensselaer Central Bombers in the first period. Again, some of these, first quarter, some of these were in early season form, obviously, calling it a period. Lake Central up 14-7 over the host Munster Mustangs. Again, the quarter might be, these could be correct. First quarter might be, again, with our game, I guess, starting later, or earlier, that would result in that. Lake Station taking on South Newton, still waiting on a score for that. Feel free to chime in if you know any scores in here as well. New Prairie tied up with LaPorte, two teams that always play each other close in the second quarter, 7-7, these week one rivalry games. It's what it's all about, Kevin. Penn, of course, as that score pops up on ours, 14-6. Third quarter starting here soon. We'll break down the first half here very, very shortly. Portage tied with Morton at the Mansion in the second second quarter. The 10th-ranked Morton Governors on our Ennigenberg Home Improvement Top 10 list. South Bend Washington Panthers travel to Hammond Central, up 9-0 on the Wolves. Second quarter there. Wheeler Bearcats are tied with the South Central Satellites 0-0. That's still in the first quarter. Game will be played at South Central. A couple other games on the Region Sports Network as well. Alongside this, of course, we have Hanover Central against Michigan City. And another game, audio-only broadcast. A great one at Demarest Stadium. The third-ranked Andrean 59ers 7. The number 2 Maryville Pirates 13. Again, we could tune into the audio broadcast on the Region Sports Network. Another great game. Boone Grove taking on host John Glenn. 7-0 Falcons in the second quarter.
It's great to hear scores being right again, isn't it? It's
great to read them.
Everything feels right in the world again now that we have football back here in the region, doesn't it?
Got week 0 college football tomorrow, too. But again, week 1, I know, again, starts here for Indiana. Next week, Illinois gets going. I know Valparaiso, we'll talk about an Illinois team. They play next week as well. They'll be going to Brother Rice. And we'll talk about some other scores throughout the course. But again, you can find that on our Straen Vanill Hometown Scoreboard. Again, on our Facebook, YouTube. It's all over. Again, Region Sports. Look us up. Give us a follow, like, comment, share, do it all. And we got a couple more games on the Region Sports Network. We'll take a break, and we'll be back here with the halftime update on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Earn while you learn from the best hands in the business. The Bricklayers Allied Craft Workers for Indiana, Kentucky Apprenticeship. That's right, this is a paid apprenticeship.
I'm getting an education while learning a trade and getting paid for it.
The thing that surprised me the most about this apprenticeship program is the respect I have received after the proper time and training.
Classes start soon, so apply now. There are training centers throughout Indiana and Kentucky. We are the Bricklayers and Allied Craft Workers for Indiana, Kentucky Apprenticeship. The best hands in the business.
Quintel Incorporated is a family-owned and operated company located in Northwest Indiana that specializes in the reconditioning, repair, and remanufacturing of heat exchangers. Since 1994, Quintel has been handling jobs of all sizes throughout the country. Equipped with the most modern technology and advanced tools, Quintel provides top-notch service. When you trust Quintel for all your needs, you'll get peace of mind and a finished job that exceeds your expectations. For more info about Quintel and the services they provide, visit quintel-inc.com.
Calling all current and future homeowners in the Northwest Indiana area. Whether you're buying or selling, Brent Wright is here to make your real estate journey smooth and successful. With years of experience, personalized service, and a deep knowledge of the market, Brent will help you find the perfect place or get the best deal for your property. Call today at 219-406-7195 and take the first step toward your real estate goals. Contact Brent Wright, the right way to buy and sell real estate.
The Athletic Performance Factory is Northwest Indiana's premier athletic training center. The 40,000 square foot state-of-the-art facility features batting cages, a sand training room, a new outdoor turf infield, and so much more. Check out the facility for one of their daily classes at 3150 45th Street in Highland. Interested in signing up for team workouts or individual lessons? Check out their website at trainapf.com or contact them at 219-750-1087. Athletic Performance Factory, where athletes are made.
When it comes to your money, you deserve more than just numbers on a page. You deserve someone who sees the full picture. Meet Mark Machnick, one of Northwest Indiana's most trusted accounting professionals. Whether you're running a business, planning for retirement, or just trying to make sense of tax season, Mark Machnick, located in Highland, makes it simple, personal, and believe it or not, painless. Contact Mark and his team today at 219-595-5290. Mark Machnick, CPA.
Have you checked out Send to Your Bank's student checking account? This no-fee checking account is perfect for students and teens ages 14 to 24 and comes with all the features you need to succeed, such as a debit card, digital banking, and automatic deposit. Send to Your Bank can help you start establishing good spending habits today for your better tomorrow. For more information, visit sendtoyour.com/student-checking or visit your local branch. If you are under the age of 18, your parent or guardian must also sign on the Send to Your student checking account. At the age of 25, your account will automatically convert to the Send to Your checking account. You must deposit $25 to open this account. This account is not eligible for overdraft advantage. Member FDIC.
Still plenty of football left here halftime at Viking Field, and make sure to stay with us through the conclusion of tonight's game as we'll name the Crowell Companies Lantern Man Superhero of the game. Crowell Companies, the insurance professionals, and also stay with us as we'll name the Boilermakers Local 374 Blue Collar Player of the Game, brought to you by Boilermakers Local 374. Earn while you learn with Boilermakers Local 374. And last but certainly not least, stay with us after the game where we'll name the Proud Union Home Play of the Game, presented by Ironworkers Local 395. Ironworkers Local 395. To find out how you can become a union ironworker, visit ironworkers395.com. Gavin and Mike with you here at the Region Sports Network in Valparaiso. 14-6 our halftime score right now. A very interesting game where, even though it's an 8-point game, Valparaiso's offense sluggish at points, but a lot of good signs right before the half, though.
Definitely. It's the play of Kellen Hosick. Obviously, we've talked about him a lot, and he's kind of the straw that stirs the drink, if you will, for this Valparaiso offense. And what we've seen so far from that squad is, again, they want to get the ball out in space. They want to try and test those guys, and they've really, again, shied away from that. They've given a lot of respect to that Penn front four, and we've seen Gage Finley, a piece that is expected to take an elevated role this year. He's had a couple flashes in between the tackles, but predominantly, I think we've counted 30 dropbacks for Kellen Hosick. That's a lot so far. But again, Valparaiso, a 14-6 ball game. Yes, they got to get back out on defense and try and stop this Penn offense that they had some flashes as well. Both of their touchdowns well over 60 yards. But Valparaiso defense has kind of started to click and turn things back, the pendulum back in their way. It's been a fun first half, to say the least.
If you put like a piece of tape over the drive chart for Penn in this game, you put a piece of tape over those two plays, you're looking at what the Valpo defense has done. Really good otherwise. It's just the two plays that have unfortunately cost them so far.
It's, you look at the scoring drives for both sides. For Penn, we talked about, again, 2 touchdowns, well over 60, 65 yards. Of Valparaiso, a 14-play drive. There's a couple ways to skin a cat, I think they say. And Valparaiso, they kind of show what they can do, and kind of a long sustained drive. Have not really had kind of that shot play yet that we kind of seen from some previous years with a wide receiver like Julian Stokes, that deep ball guy. Valparaiso still trying to figure out who's going to kind of take that role, that stretch the field vertically. But Penn, again, they kind of made most of their money on RPOs and just some big plays.
The linebackers have been the big story in this game for Penn's defense, really minimizing some of the Valpo offensive air game. If you're Valpo right now, what are you looking for in the locker room? What matchups are you looking for to minimize the outside linebackers that have taken away so much so far? That's Noah Wallace and Vinny Freeman we're referring to.
Yeah, I don't know if I should try and maybe take things up the middle. It's still kind of a question where maybe you want to try and maybe run things just off of tackle and maybe kind of keep it in kind of that, going up the alley and trying to avoid that, ferocious defensive line that has kind of made things tough for Kellen Hosick in the passing game, and maybe try and kind of hit it in between, that defensive end of the line of scrimmage and, those outside linebackers that you mentioned. I still think Valparaiso, they got something in them that they want to try and open up something, a deep ball for Hosick. I want to almost call my shot here and say that they're scheming up something, to say the least. And we haven't seen so much air yards yet. We've seen a lot of, again, tunnel screens, stuff in the flat. And I think they're just trying to set up a play to where, hey, we don't want to worry about those outside linebackers. Hey, if we could throw it over your defensive backs and put 7 on the board.
It's been a very interesting ball game right now. Last year, these two teams combined for 994 total yards of offense, and they scored a combined 91 points. We're definitely off pace for that, but still really fun battle up ahead here in the final couple quarters here at Viking Field. And what is overall just a great night to be back out on the gridiron. Friday Night Lights officially back here in the region.
And it's just a great slate. Again, when we started this halftime broadcast, we talked about the 18 other games going around the region. We got live scoring updates on our Straen Vanill hometown scoreboard. And you can find that on our YouTube, Facebook, and regionsports.com. But football is back, Kevin. There's no better time of the year, and we've seen, two very solid teams that, again, I'd say kind of in the same sort of, hey, we want to win the whole thing, but we're going to have a new core, and we're seeing some of those new faces, while some old ones as well, step up and keep them in this game.
For Penn, it's been the Colton Hernandez game. He's got the big blow so far, that 74-yard touchdown run. He's got an interception on defense. He also has a blocked PAT in this game. He's been everywhere in all three phases of the game, and he's doing it all for this Penn team right now.
I was going to say, at this point, you got to wonder, I hope he kind of tones it down in the second half. That's a tough first half to follow when you're making plays on all three phases of the game. And, again, to do that at the 6A level, man, it's impressive. These are the biggest of the big in Northwest Indiana. And to do that here in, again, some Friday Night Lights action. We said that was his first touchdown of his varsity career. Talk about making a statement, then doing a little bit more, following it up with play on defense and a play on special teams. Who knows? Again, that blocked extra point, that could come up huge.
Yeah, it's going to force Valpo down the stretch here if they are able to go within striking distance to go for 2, which is always a very, very interesting look at this age group, especially in that Week 1 game, because obviously possibilities endless, but also, once again, high school football 2-point conversions far less of a guarantee than you would see in the college or pro level.
And it's, I guess, a conversation maybe worth having. Yes, you want to start the season on the right note, but then again, it's how much do you really want to show people? If you have a 2-point conversion, where we've seen Valparaiso last year, they had quite the dazzling 2-point conversion early in the season to win a game, but it's, you got to wonder if you want to keep things maybe close to the vest, and some things maybe save some for a big time. And let's say, when Duneland play starts in Week 3, and hey, you want to save something for November when a sectional championship's on the line. But hey, who knows? It's Valpo versus Penn, and this is a game that you circled since November. You want to get started on the right foot, and again, Valparaiso, it's your senior night here. I bet what Coach Marsh was kind of saying in the locker room, hey, yeah, it's not the official senior. Well, it is, but it's not the last game. But, hey, do this for your seniors. It's a special night out there for these guys. And, hey, I think you owe it to them to kind of lay it on the line for, hey, another, half of football. And let's try and get out here with the win.
AKA watch out LaPorte on September 5th for that 2-point conversion play that Mike's alluring to right now. As Valpo makes their way back on the field for the second half warm-ups, it's a stretch here where Valpo, like they have so many times, really challenging themselves in the non-conference. Penn this week. They go to Chicago, Illinois next week to take on a really good high school program in Illinois and Brother Rice.
That's going to be a very, very exciting football game. They're not the only school taking a trip across state line for another esteemed program. I think Loyola Academy is coming to Maryville next week, so that's going to be a great game as well. And it's again, the standard of these teams, and we're going to be seeing a lot of Duneland football this fall, but the standard of these programs we want the best of the best, and it's all for one reason. Yes, of course, you want to win the Duneland, which is, I'd say the best conference up here in Northwest Indiana, but more so, hey, we want to win some trophies when it really matters come October and come November. And what better team for Valpo's sake, what better 2-game stretch before Duneland play than Penn and hopping on a trip to Illinois to take on Brother Rice.
It makes you better.
Yep.
And that's the goal at the end of the day, is to play tough competition early in the season. It not only makes you better, but also shows you what you got early on, because sometimes you see a lot of teams throughout the state of Indiana in particular playing teams a couple of classes below them or whatnot, not challenge themselves, trying to just make their guys with some feel-good games. Both these teams, but Valpo in particular, the exact opposite, and you just got to love that.
Yeah, and it's a long season, but it's something that, coaches have talked about where if you're just rolling all season, you're rolling, and you kind of almost get complacent to the point where, hey, if you get punched in the mouth, what are you going to do? So why wouldn't, sometimes it's nice to, hey, what if we get punched in the mouth in maybe those first, the first third of the season? Now we're going to try and respond. Hey, we know what it's like to be down. We know what it's like to face a tough 4th and short down by a score instead of, again, just rolling teams throughout the course of the year. Then, hey, we're down by a score. What do we do? Let's panic, and before you know it, the game's over. Valpo testing themselves. Penn does it every year as well. These teams with such high standards, such rich histories, it's what makes them so great.
Both teams taking the fields for their warm-ups, and we'll take our last break before the second half. 14-6 Penn leads. This is game night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
At Straen Vanill, we believe grocery shopping should be simple. Now, shopping is easier than ever with our new and improved website. Find what you need fast. Browse your favorite products, add them to your cart, and check out in just a few quick steps. Choose between convenient in-store pickup or let us handle the heavy lifting. From our shelves to your doorstep. Skip the lines, shop your way, and spend more time on what matters most. With our rewards program, enjoy incredible savings and personalized offers every time you shop. Shop online now at straenvanill.com or download our app today.
Hi, I'm Crowd Company's Lantern Man. If you're a contractor, it's my job to make your insurance coverage simple and affordable. Because I know time is money, I'll come to your business. Certificates and bonds are a snap. Wherever you are, whatever business you're in, we've got you covered. As Crowd Company's Lantern Man, I'm your insurance superhero.
Crowd Companies, insurance professionals. Highland, Merrillville, and Michigan City.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
From lighting up Friday night football to powering the classrooms that shape the students of Lake County, IBEW Local 697 is proud to support our region's schools and the communities we call home. A career as a union electrician could be your next great move. Your next cap might be a hard hat. IBEW Local 697, powering futures, powering the region.
Four Seasons Mechanical proudly serves Northwest Indiana, providing quality, reasonably priced, reliable service. With a quality and comfort guarantee, the professionals at Four Seasons Mechanical offer a wide range of services in heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. Whether it's residential or commercial, Four Seasons Mechanical is there 24/7. To find out more, the website is fourseasonsmechanical.com or give them a call at 219-756-7020. Four Seasons Mechanical, your indoor air quality specialists.
Old Man Winter is just around the corner, and that means temperatures will soon begin to drop. And a region winter is not the time to be left out in the cold. The professionals at Economy Electric Heating and Cooling can tune up that old furnace or install a new unit that can last for years. Your family deserves to stay comfortable this winter, and with 24/7 emergency service, comfort is just a phone call away. Economy Electric Heating and Cooling, 219-923-4441. Or for more info, the website is forajobdoneright.com.
You're watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town. Valparaiso trails Penn 14-6. As we begin the second half, Kevin and Mike with you here on this beautiful Friday night. Sun's finally set. Temperatures cooling off. This is a perfect weather for football.
Got to give a big shout out to someone who probably is especially happy up on top of the press box, our cameraman for the evening, Martin Murillo Jr., doing a great job behind the lens. His first time shooting football. And yeah, that sun, around 6 o'clock when we were setting up, I was in a full-blown sweat, and I think we all just about were. But now, again, such a beautiful, you got all kind of the trees back here and sunset looking out that way. And more importantly, we got second half of football to play.
Big second half. Both teams obviously trying to start the season off on the right foot. Two big plays, the story in this one for Penn on the offensive side. They haven't had a true sustained drive yet so far. They'd like to change that here. They'll get the ball first after deferring their option when they won the coin toss, give or take about an hour and a half ago.
Yeah, you and I were talking about the 6:30 start. Don't see that often,
No.
but it's 8 o'clock start to the second half, and we're expecting a good one nonetheless. But the time's throwing me off.
Hope you've enjoyed the first half. We got a great second half with you right here as Trevor Fodner gets set for this Quintel kickoff. This kickoff and all kickoffs are presented by Quintel Incorporated, specializing in the reconditioning, repair, and remanufacturing of all heat exchangers. Colton Hernandez is doing it all. He'll take it back from inside the 5, has a lane, flag down as he dashes his way to the near side 20. Now we will check the marker before we'll see where the Penn offense starts their first drive of the second stanza.
I really want to, if there was a lifetime stat or a sport for the history of the sport, how many penalties on the kickoff often go against the defense? I don't know. If you were to give a percentage, 10?
I'd say 11, 12%. I'm in that range with you too. And
that percentage keeps. Yep, there you go.
Big shock. It's a holding on the return team. How often do we see that?
Boom. 2 for 2 this year. Let's go.
Let's
go. That was a low-hanging fruit, but a good start for Valparaiso. Now you're backing up this team, this Penn offense. They have the big playability. Do not get complacent here. Could see a couple reads again. RPO is something that Penn has really been successful with, especially kind of backed up in their own end zone. So if you're Bill Marshall leading that defense, Ben Fedorchak, one of their team captains out there, Brody Wheeler as well, some solid linebackers, I'm sure they're telling them, hey, let's go. It's only 1st and 10. They're backed up. They want to get out of here too.
So Penn starts on their own 11-yard line. Landon Hall returns and will give it off right up the middle. It's Hernandez who's wrestled to the ground. And look at the emotion on display from Valparaiso's Evan Courtney on the tackle.
That's how you start the second half there. Nice form tackle. Crowd respected that one. And again, winning first down. That's a good start.
The gain there for Hernandez was minimal. They're going to give him about 1.5 yards. The scoreboard reads 2nd and 10, but the sticks are showing 2nd and 9. Either way, Hall to pass, pressure coming. Tries to escape, he can't. Down he goes at the 14-yard line, and here's 3rd and long. Valpo's defense winning the first 2 plays.
I don't know what was said at halftime, but it worked so far. First 2 plays, again, minimal gain. Once again, a lot of black hats to the football. And 3rd and 7, Valpo quickly trying to get their offense back on the field. Down in distance here, I'd expect some sort of pass, and Valpo play some soft coverage, maybe give them a catch, a little bit before the sticks, but make sure to get up there and make the tackle.
Here comes 3rd down and 7 from the 14. Hall to pass, has plenty of time as a man downfield, and he's got it for the first down. It's Brayson Hurley who hauls it in and moves the sticks for the Kingsmen.
And I'll tell you what, a lot of poise from the Penn quarterback, Landon Hall. A junior having to fill the shoes of some Penn greats before him, and on a big 3rd and 7 where this crowd, you heard it, they were loud, and to stand there in the pocket, make a great big-time throw, and quiet this place up.
There's a 24-yard pickup on 3rd down and 7 for Penn. Like you said, quiets the Valpo faithful. It's Hernandez, or check that, Blake Ewald, who scampers his way to the 40, so they pick up 2 on 1st and 10.
Valpo run defense looking pretty solid here to start this second half. I believe getting there in the contact. That might have been Brody Wheeler. Another team captain was fortunate enough to run into them this offseason, and both him and Fedorchak, they play super, super well together. They know just about everything about each other, and about Wheeler as well. The lone junior captain, that speaks volumes on a team like Valparaiso. Be respected by your peers in that manner.
3rd on the team in tackles last year. Hernandez again, nowhere to run. Valpo swarming him call it at the 42. So here comes another third down situation here where the Valpo defense has an opportunity to get off the field.
Again, I'd expect here this Valpo run defense has been very, very impressive to start the second half. Now try and pin your ears back, maybe get to the quarterback here. Because again, down in distance, I'd expect a pass.
They spread him out. And Hall will pass. Has time, man over the middle again. They break free with Jeremiah Mitchell inside the 35. Down to the 32-yard line of Valparaiso.
And Valpo there, hey, let's send all the pressure. Got to get to the quarterback if you're Valparaiso. And Hall stands in the pocket, makes a fantastic throw. Receiver breaking across the middle. And one of those big chunk plays that Penn has shown so far that they're very capable of getting. And 2 huge third down conversions and throws from the Penn QB.
So now they're all the way on the plus 32. Jumbo formation here with Blake Ewald trying to get to the edge, and Valpo's there to answer the call. It's a 1-yard pickup. Papakronis as well as Ryan Cheek leading the command for the front 7 of Valpo.
A couple big 4 seasons first downs there from the Penn Kingsmen. Again, a 3rd and 7 and a 3rd and 6. Your Northwest Indiana heating and air conditioning specialist, 4 Seasons Mechanical.
He picks up 1 on that play. 8 minutes left in the third quarter. 14-6. Penn trying to build on their lead. Hall to pass, steps up in the pocket. Spun down at the line of scrimmage. Nice job yet again. It's Valpo's front 7 finding a way to get to the quarterback.
And they've won first and second down. I mean, now a 3rd and 9. What is this Valpo defense going to try and draw up? We saw the pressure, this last time around. Could not get anything up there. Now, again, 3rd and 9, a little bit more distance to go for the Kingsmen. They might want to try and maybe cut this in half, Kevin, and set them up on 4th down.
From the 31-yard line, it's 3rd down and 9. Penn 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions in this drive alone. Hall on a design rollout. Comes back left, stumbling and making the catch. Did he secure it? The officials will come together. No, he did not. Colton Hernandez nearly made a spectacular catch for a first down. Instead, 4 down territory here for the Penn offense. And 4 down territory is sponsored by 4 Seasons Mechanical in Maryville. Visit them on the web at fourseasonsmechanical.com.
And he had him. It would have been kind of a bang-bang play. The throw was a little bit in the dirt. Running back snuck out, ran a wheel route, kind of a throwback, if you will. Nice play there on the boundary from the Valparaiso corner. But now looks like the offense going to stay out there.
They need to get to the 21-yard line here. Mitchell in motion. They fake the end around. Hall looking back left. Pressure coming. Tries to throw it away. Incomplete. Turnover on downs.
Absolutely bottled up by Valparaiso. Tried to kind of run a similar concept where they sneak somebody out on the other side of the field after a rollout, but they were snuffed and all out on that. Looked back, didn't have him there, tried to roll back out, and nothing going. Valparaiso bend, do not break. 2 third down conversions, but they force it back their way.
And it was your guy, Benjamin Fedorchuk, who was there with that pressure and the pursuit of the quarterback to force that incomplete pass on 4th and 9.
The senior leader. Gotta love my linebackers out there, and somebody who understood that this unit was one that struggled last year. But so far, through 2 quarters and some changes, Valparaiso defense has impressed me, to say the least.
So 1st and 10, Valpo starts on their own 31. Motion man Parisi around the edge to the 33. There'll be a minimal pickup there on 1st and 10.
And then a little bit of another run/pass. Again, extending the field, extension of the run game, to say the least. Thought he got a little bit more on that. Only a gain of 2 there, Kevin.
Keep in mind, Hosek in that first half, 15 of 30 for 118 yards we project in that first half. Obviously, book will be finalized tonight, so you get the full numbers at a later date. But that's just our projections right there. It's the reason why I majored in journalism.
the unofficial official scorebook of the Region Sports Network.
Hosick has pressure in his face, throws on the run. It's nearly intercepted by Vinny Freeman. He was looking for the far sideline for Chase Lovick, and Hosick's luckily able to get another set of downs here.
Oh, boy, the way Vinny Freeman's been playing, I'm kind of shocked to see that one fall out of his hands. Just, trying to get that out of harm's way and stayed in bounds a little bit too long. Vinny had a chance at that, but Valpo maybe catches the break. But now quickly 3rd and 8. A lot of resiliency from this Penn defense that gets back on the field against a Valpo offense that now has a little bit of momentum built from their defense.
From their own 33, they need 8 to move the sticks. Trips out on the play design rollout here. Hosick keeps it himself, and he picks up the first down to the 42.5-yard line. It's another Four Seasons Mechanical first down, brought to you by our friends at Four Seasons Mechanical in Maryville, your Northwest Indiana heating and air conditioning specialist. Once again, Kellen Hosick making lemonade out of nothing.
Sorry, Kevin. Yeah, just an all-down threat. Just somebody that he's a great runner, and he's somebody that is not going to go down easy. Talking with him this summer, I asked him who his favorite quarterbacks were. I believe he said Justin Herbert. That's a name that I remember. And then he also said Josh Allen. A little bit of Josh Allen-esque there in terms of getting out, improvising, and lowering the shoulder and getting that first down.
The 10-yard pickup on 3rd down and 8. Drops back, fires over the middle, and it's in and out of the hands of Aiden Whitten, the free safety. It looked more of a pass to the free safety than for his intended target of Sam Vannard, but once again, another new life for Hosick and Valpo on this drive.
Almost one of those as that defensive back there's like, oh, is that one coming to me? And it goes, oh, it's gone. It's one of those plays that it's just pretty much bang, bang, and another one that Hosick maybe catches a break. This Valpo offense catches a break, and one that Penn really, really wants back.
For those at home or for those who have never played the game before, how quick is that ball actually getting to Aiden Whitten, the free safety?
That had some heat on it, especially when you're kind of banking on, hey, this receiver's going to probably put his hands up. You're not really ready to kind of, gear up and try and snag one.
Bill Marshall doesn't like the look, and he's going to take his first time out of the second half. You're watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Earn while you learn from the best hands in the business. The Bricklayers Allied Craft Workers for Indiana, Kentucky Apprenticeship. That's right, this is a paid apprenticeship.
I'm getting an education while learning a trade and getting paid for it.
The thing that surprised me the most about this apprenticeship program is the respect I've received after the proper time and training.
Classes start soon, so apply now. There are training centers throughout Indiana and Kentucky. We are the Bricklayers and Allied Craft Workers for Indiana, Kentucky Apprenticeship. The best hands in the business.
Quintel Incorporated is a family-owned and operated company located in Northwest Indiana that specializes in the reconditioning, repair, and remanufacturing of heat exchangers. Since 1994, Quintel has been handling jobs of all sizes throughout the country. Equipped with the most modern technology and advanced tools, Quintel provides top-notch service. When you
6 minutes left, third quarter. Valpo trailing by 8. It's 2nd down and 10 from their own 43, and it's a full-out blitz. Hosick has no time, and down he goes. He's able to gain a yard due to forward progress, but Jonathan Searfoss, the inside linebacker, a 6'2 junior, gets his first tackle in the game.
Not something you kind of want to, come back from after a timeout. Burning a timeout, you kind of talked about it at the break. It's a little bit early to use that timeout. Obviously something Bill Marshall didn't like, and then you come back and kind of a broken play. Great job by Penn to kind of snuff that one out, and the defensive front especially. Although we've seen a lot of quick, passes to kind of get Hosick and get the ball out in space to those, top targets. That's as a result of, a respect to this Penn defensive front that is really kind of wreaking havoc on this O-line.
4 wide, flag on the snap. Hosick over the middle. It's deflected, and it falls incomplete. And let's see. And I believe this is going to be on Valpo either way. Yeah, they're going to call for an illegal formation. So, in essence, the play wouldn't have counted.
Another ball, though, again, hot shot. One that just about luckily got out of harm's way. Looks like I think Penn is going to decline this, and rightfully so. It's still a fairly clean game, Kevin. I think we only count, 4 or 5-ish penalties? I want to say it's about even per side.
And after taking some time to deliberate on the sideline. Coach Marshall will send out the punt unit. So it'll be a relatively quick opening drive in the second half for Valparaiso.
One, I bet you probably wanted to maybe try and kill a little bit more time and make your way a little bit more down the field after a quality defensive stop, but this defense so far they've been impressive.
Bonner nearly has it blocked. Oh, my goodness. And Hurley will call for the fair catch at the 16-yard line. So here comes possession number 2 for the Kingsmen of Penn. We talked about it during the halftime we were away. We liked what we both saw from Landon Hall, the junior quarterback who was the starter. We've seen both Hall as well as Yodi Limberopoulos, but we've liked what Hall has done so far for Penn.
Definitely. I mean, he's definitely got more of kind of the sample size here, and he's just been very, very impressive. Again, their offenses, they try to work a little bit in the run game, and Valparaiso's done a pretty admirable job in between the tackles. But Hall especially has been, if he's willing to kind of pull that ball and throw it elsewhere, especially on kind of the RPOs. And again, we saw on the third down, I mean, the moxie that this kid has, stepping into the shoes of Kellen Watson, an IU football signee. And it's shown some flashes here so far.
Cohen Weissong into the backfield for the first time. It's a quick pitch out there to Mason Bernacki, who had the touchdown in the first half. He's out to the 22-yard line of Penn rather.
I haven't seen that too much from Penn, some sort of kind of quick hitters. We saw that, we've seen that all game from Valparaiso. Penn more of the quick hitters being in the RPOs, getting stuff across the field, but first real kind of rhythm throw to get a gain of 5 or 6 and cut that kind of in half.
They need 4 on second down. Weissong gets his first carry of the game, and he will be right near the line to game. We'll check the spot, and they'll give him a first down. Cohen Weissong moves the sticks, and that first down is brought to you by Four Seasons Mechanical in Maryville, your Northwest Indiana heating and air conditioning specialist.
Valparaiso, the 4th-ranked team on our poll. Penn would probably, if they were, we can call them eligible maybe for our list, we could probably definitely put them in kind of the top 5-ish area. Again, a team that is some new faces in some new places, but taking our 4th-ranked team to the limit.
1st and 10 from the 27. Hall has to get rid of it quickly. It's a high throw. Bernacki does a nice job coming down with it, and he makes something out of it as well. He's out to the 36-yard line.
And Hall, you could kind of almost see the confidence start to grow as the game makes its way to some bigger moments. We've seen it on those third down plays, and we're kind of seeing it in the passing game so far on this drive here.
That was good for 9 when it was all said and done. Bernacki was rostered but didn't play on the varsity team last year. It's made a big difference so far in helping ease his junior quarterback in his first start. Weissong again will move the sticks to the 41-yard line of Penn.
And we're seeing a little bit more of a balanced attack and a lot of success more in between the tackles now for Penn. That's, again, a pass run, resulting in 2 first downs. They were backed up a little bit, inside their own 20. And just like that, now they're kind of knocking on the door.
They started on their own 16. They're now out to the minus 41.
And more importantly, you're kind of killing clock here. A little bit, slowly but surely. Now, just like that, we're at the 3-minute mark here.
Play fake, Hall to throw, launches it downfield, got a man, it's Mitchell again. He's inside the 30 and all the way down just outside the 25-yard line of Valpo. Jeremiah Mitchell has been huge in opening up this attack for Penn.
Very, very impressive. From what we've seen from this Penn offense there, again, kind of talking about those previous plays, some kind of short hitters, in between the tackles on some rhythm throws outside, then that opens up the middle of the field. And Hall, another dot across the middle, likes throwing it there. And like you said, Mitchell, fantastic first game to his campaign.
Just like that, they'll slow it down again. It's another Four Seasons Mechanical first down brought to you by our friends at Four Seasons Mechanical in Maryville. Visit them on the web at fourseasonsmechanical.com. As taking the carry that time, it'll be Buckwheat, the backup tailback, who gets the call on that one. Good pickup there. It was 4 yards here, 2nd down and 6. Penn moving it quickly now Yes.
A little bit more tempo, but again, you kind of see what look you get. Look to the sideline, have a couple signals.
How much you're trying to take this down to the end of the quarter? I'll ask you after that play. Hall looks to throw, launches it down the middle, got a man inside the 5, touchdown. Jeremiah Mitchell has his first of 2025, and he expands the Kingsman lead.
That is a statement drive. We talked about that 14-play drive from Valparaiso for their lone score, but Penn, I start on your 16-yard line, couple big shots, and I'll tell you what, the moxie from the junior quarterback, Landon Hall of the Penn Kingsmen. And now obviously a little bit of a connection there with his wide receiver. 2 big catches on that drive. Penn now up by 2 scores, hoping to bump their lead to 15.
Mitchell had just 1 touchdown in 2024. It came in a game against South Bend Adams on September 27th. He opens up his account in the opener against Valparaiso in 2025. Harris Stipp, good procedure, good kick. And it's 21-6 Penn. You're watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Calling all current and future homeowners in the Northwest Indiana area. Whether you're buying or selling, Brent Wright is here to make your real estate journey smooth and successful. With years of experience, personalized service, and a deep knowledge of the market, Brent will help you find the perfect place or get the best deal for your property. Call today at 219-406-7195 and take the first step toward your real estate goals. Contact Brent Wright, the right way to buy and sell real estate.
Have you checked out Send Your Bank's student checking account? This no-fee checking account is perfect for students and teens ages 14 to 24 and comes with all the features you need to succeed, such as a debit card, digital banking, and automatic deposit. Send Your Bank can help you start establishing good spending habits today for your better tomorrow. For more information, visit sentier.com/student-checking or visit your local branch. If you are under the age of 18, your parent or guardian must also sign on the Sentier student checking account. At the age of 25, your account will automatically convert to the Sentier checking account. You must deposit $25 to open this account. This account is not eligible for overdraft advantage. Member FDIC.
Stay with Region Sports after the game as we send it back to the Sentier Bank studio. RSN will recap all of tonight's action from around the region, all from the Sentier Bank studio. 21-6, Penn on tap as we get set for another Quintel kickoff. This kickoff and all kickoffs are presented by Quintel Incorporated, handling jobs of all sizes throughout the country since 1994. This will be brought out here by Valparaiso's J.Q. Varnado, and he's ankled at the 19-yard line. Nice job there by the hands team to get to him in time. So now it's the second drive of the half for Valpo. 1:46 left to go before the quarter break, and you need answers and you need them quickly.
Need them quickly indeed. They're still waiting kind of for that shot play that I tried to maybe call for at halftime, but now Penn, you kind of probably expect that a little bit here. We're going to maybe play a little bit deeper. We're going to give you those short, dink and dunk passes, and we're going to make you maybe do another 14-play drive like we saw late in the second half or second quarter again from Valpo.
So start from their 19.
But the clock is in your favor if you're Penn right now, and you're fine with letting Valpo run a few more plays and milk this clock.
We see in motion, it's a direct give after some misdirection, rather, out to the 26-yard line.
Big hit there.
And that was Vannard on the carry.
Nice little trickeration there, but Penn did a pretty solid job. Still a great gain from Vannard. Kind of looked bottled up for a second, cut it back in, and bounced off a tackle to get another 3-4 yards.
And so now it's 2nd down and 4. Let's go Valpo chance it. Grassroots showing from the student section here at Viking Field. 67 seconds left and counting in the third quarter. Play fake outside. It's Parisi again. A good spin move back inside, and he's going to be upended right near the line to gain. If it's a first down, he got it by inches. If it's third down, it'll be third and very short, and they are going to spot it first down.
Valiant effort there. That was, I will say, throw that was behind the receiver and did a great job of kind of, regain your balance and fight for a few more yards. Penn, they fly to the football. Once one guy hits them, hey, that's not enough, and they understand that. They send a few more guys to the ball, and Valpo just enough for the Four Seasons first down.
Brought to you by Four Seasons Mechanical in Maryville. Visit them on the web at fourseasonsmechanical.com. Hosek, design carry for him, and he gets a couple of yards on 1st and 10.
Haven't seen a design. To my count, that's I think number 2 on the design run department for Hosek. Again, it's that's a tough defensive senior-led front that you're kind of challenging there, and you want to limit how many hits your quarterback's taking with how much he's dropping back in the pocket.
And will Valpo try to get this play off? They have 6 seconds to do so. They're not set with 3. Man goes in motion. They just get it off in time. And Danzy's taken down behind the line of scrimmage to end the quarter. There's a reason why they're so experienced. There's a reason why this group has been aptly nicknamed the Wild Bunch. And they're showing it so far on defense. We've played 3. It's Penn 21, Valpo 6. This is game night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
The Athletic Performance Factory is Northwest Indiana's premier athletic training center. The 40,000 square foot state-of-the-art facility features batting cages, a sand training room, a new outdoor turf infield, and so much more. Check out the facility for one of their daily classes at 3150 45th Street in Highland. Interested in signing up for team workouts or individual lessons? Check out their website at trainapf.com or contact them at 219-750-1087. Athletic Performance Factory, where athletes are made.
When it comes to your money, you deserve more than just numbers on a page. You deserve someone who sees the full picture. Meet Mark Machnick, one of Northwest Indiana's most trusted accounting professionals. Whether you're running a business, planning for retirement, or just trying to make sense of tax season, Mark Machnick, located in Highland, makes it simple, personal, and believe it or not, painless. Contact Mark and his team today at 219-595-5290. Mark Machnick, CPA.
You know, it's football season when you hear these words. Big third down here for Valpo.
Amen.
3rd down and 8. Hosek under trouble, floats it, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Machiche, the tight end, who I don't know if he saw the ball or what. And now here's 4th down, and let's see here with the way Penn's offense has been moving. Feels like Valpo has to really keep this on the field here, and this will be 4-down territory. It's sponsored by our friends at Four Seasons Mechanical in Maryville, your Northwest Indiana heating and air conditioning specialist, and they will now send the punt unit on late.
Yeah, but that Penn front, man, they don't have to send that many guys to. They don't have to. They're dropping a lot of guys in coverage, and they are fine with sending 4 to 5 guys. There's seniors especially up there, and to try and get to Hosek and disrupt some things.
High end over end kick that will bounce out of bounds at give or take the Penn 34 from Faudner. And we remind you to stay connected with all things Region Sports by supporting and following us on social media. We're always active on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, X, and online at regionsports.com. Celebrating over 25 years, we're proud to still be the only game in town. So here's Penn. Their last drive, 7 plays, 84 yards for the 24-yard touchdown pass to Jeremiah Mitchell, the second of his varsity career.
Yeah, now we saw a lot of different things offensively from Penn. We saw a little bit of tempo, kind of keeping Valpo on their heels, but a lot of great work from the quarterback in the passing department.
Run is the team's best friend right now. It's Weissong, and he's gobbled up for a loss of 1.
Valpo trying to get back to winning first down. Stuff we saw kind of earlier in this half, not trying to get back to how last drive went. Penn did a lot better job of taking kind of those dink and dunk plays, whether in between the tackles or throwing it outside the numbers, and eventually kind of gashed Valparaiso up the middle in the passing game.
What's crazy is the Valparaiso defense on the very first drive of the second half. The first 2 plays for Penn were a run of 3 yards and then a run of 0.
Yeah. And they picked up the first down, right? That 3rd and 7?
Yep, gain of 24. Hall dropped back, has some time, one-on-one coverage. Nice job knocking it down. It was one-on-one coverage. He was looking for Brayson Hurley. Knocking it down, Varnado of Valparaiso, and here's 3rd down and 11.
And some more pressure there. Looks like he might have had a lane for a second, but quickly closed off from Valparaiso. And secondary, again, on those jump balls, kind of, we've seen a couple go routes on, one-on-one matchups. Valpo's winning most of those, at least on the defensive side.
3rd and 11 for the Kingsmen. Trying to put this game on ice. Hall to pass. He goes short of the sticks. It's caught. Nice job there. Coming back to get it along that far sideline for Penn. And he'll be short of the sticks. Hurley with the catch. He's still down on the ground. Let's hope he's okay. Thankfully, the training staff quickly able to get him up and escort him off to the sideline.
Now they'll call it. Yeah, it looks like he's really laboring out there. A big-time throw there from Hall. That's a long throw. Try and keep it out of harm's way. Valpo going to get themselves off of the field.
So it was an 8-yard completion, all said and done. Like you said, good design and nice job by Landon Hall.
Did not burn too much off the clock.
Still 10:24 and counting. He was tackled in bounds, so the clock still runs here. 8 on the play clock. A low snap flag at the time of the snap as Stipp boots it away. Stumbling and just covering up the football is Parisi, and we will now check the flag.
Which could be a crucial one. Again, 4th and 3. This could give Penn a first down here if Valpo possibly lined up in the neutral zone.
Let's see.
He's pointing over there. That might be what some would call a potential death blow.
Still waiting for a signal. And now the officials will come together. And Coach Marshall right now on that near sideline pleading his case to the near side official who threw the flag. And the Zebras come together for the first time. And this is a big call here late in this football game. A lot of asking around for help right now.
Hey, we're all in kind of early season form. So, it's still working out the kinks. Trying to fix it.
Penn has sent the defense out on the field, mind you, right now, too. Illegal procedure prior to the snap. So will they make him re-kick? Will be the big question. It seems they will not.
All right, let's play ball.
Here we go. This will be from the 39-yard line is where Valpo will start.
Pretty solid field position. If there was a special teams bet, kind of in the third of the game, I'd give the edge to Valpo. We've seen some great work from their senior punter here this evening, Trevor Faulkner. And Penn, a couple shanks, some not so great punts, and puts Valpo in some decent field position with still plenty of time left.
Parisi in motion prior to the snap. Dangerous throw. What a catch. Jansma spinning in the air at midfield. And he hauls it in for the Valparaiso first down.
Go up and go get it, young fella. Kind of something in harm's way there again. Kind of expecting that DB kind of closing in on you. Go up there, go up strong. The only way to do it. Good enough for the first down.
Good for 11. And that right there is a first down brought to you by Four Seasons Mechanical in Maryville, your Northwest Indiana heating and air conditioning specialist. Still plenty of time for the Vikings at midfield. And they go trips off to the left here on 1st and 10. Nosek to pass again, looking left, has a man. Angling on the hash marks, and it takes, by my count, 8 Kingsmen to finally bring him down at the 41.
I'm telling you, they are not lazy defensively. They are flying to the football, because oftentimes, Kevin, good things happen when you do so, instead of standing around and just watching. It is always a group effort.
It was Vannard with the catch. It's 2nd down and 1 coming here for Valparaiso. Parisi in motion again. Nosek to throw. Pocket collapsing. Stands in. Takes a hit. Wide open, and the catch is made. Parisi, the motion man, inside the 20. It's another Four Seasons Mechanical first down, brought to you by our friends at Four Seasons Mechanical in Maryville. Visit them on the webs at fourseasonsmechanical.com.
And for Hosick to just stand in there, take the hit, and a fantastic over-the-shoulder catch, and Valpo again quickly in business. This team does not go away. They have the offense and the chunk plays, Cavan, to, again, inch their way back into the game. And just like that, now we're in the red zone here.
Good for 24. Hosick pumps, lofts, one-on-one jump ball, and it's intercepted. Colton Hernandez yet again. His second INT of the ball game. And it takes away the late life that Valpo was building.
And it's just pretty much 1st and 10. It's just to go up there and go get a type of ball. And I don't know how I feel about that, Cavan. That's a fantastic play out there for Penn. I'm not sure. That's a game changer.
Yeah.
That's definitely a game changer. All the momentum in this game of football completely shifts. And kudos to the Penn defense for bending but not breaking. A ball that Hosick wants to have back. The receiver never really had much of a chance, and it required an athletic play to come down with that for Penn. But that could be the kind of the straw that breaks the camel's back now with 8:30 to go.
That one stings if you're Valparaiso.
Very much so.
1st and 10 now from the 20. And they will go ground and pound here right up the gut. Buckwheat on the carry. Good for 5 on 1st and 10.
And again, I bet you'd expect now Penn coming up here, just hop on the line, see what you get, look to the sidelines, and more importantly, use all of that play clock now. Up at 25, could try and milk that down. When you start your drive off with a gain of 4, gain of 5 on a run, that's a big sign.
Bayes in motion. Weiss on the carry. Trying to go left, nowhere to go. Down he goes in the backfield. No gain, beg your pardon. And so now, big 3rd down for Valpo.
Yeah, this Valpo defense, again, in the running game, there's been a couple okay plays for the Kingsmen in terms of just rushing the football, but this Valpo defense overall in the run department, very, very impressive. But here is where, again, 3rd and 5, where Penn has really been great against Valpo.
3 for 4 this half on 3rd down conversions. They bring Buckwheat back in as the featured tailback. Clock winding inside 7:15 to play. 3 on the play clock. And Penn will burn their first timeout here of the second half. So they'll think this one over. And you're watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
From lighting up Friday night football to powering the classrooms that shape the students of Lake County, IBEW Local 697 is proud to support our region's schools and the communities we call home. A career as a union electrician could be your next great move. Your next cap might be a hard hat.
3rd down and 5. 7:08 to go here in the 4th quarter. Limberopoulos down in the game. He's trying to pass, and down he goes. Way back at the 15-yard line. That could be the break that Valparaiso needs here late in this football game.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's the worst thing with Penn. I think that was just a design sprint out, trying to find somebody at the sticks to, a little pitch and catch and just be right beyond the yards to gain. Yeah, you go down, you lose some yards, but hey, that clock keeps ticking. And I wouldn't be surprised if Valpo maybe tries to get a hand on this punt.
They lost 8 on that last play with the Limberopoulos quarterback scramble. It's a low punt. Stip, it's blocked, and it's recovered for a touchdown. Evan Courtney And the Vikings are not done yet.
It's a third of the game, Kevin. It's a third of the game. Special teams, Valparaiso could never really count them out, whether it's their high potent offense making some splash plays or a special teams play like that from Courtney. And a big PAT here. Last one was blocked, trying to make this an 8-point game, a one-possession game. And they are not done just yet.
And they get this one down. They do, and it is good. 21-13, 6:19 to play. Valparaiso has life. This is game night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Four Seasons Mechanical proudly serves Northwest Indiana, providing quality, reasonably priced, reliable service. With a quality and comfort guarantee, the professionals at Four Seasons Mechanical offer a wide range of services in heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. Whether it's residential or commercial, Four Seasons Mechanical is there 24/7. To find out more, the website is fourseasonsmechanical.com or give them a call at 219-756-7020. Four Seasons Mechanical, your indoor air quality specialist.
Old Man Winter is just around the corner, and that means temperatures will soon begin to drop. And a region winter is not the time to be left out in the cold. The professionals at Economy Electric Heating and Cooling can tune up that old furnace or install a new unit that can last for years. Your family deserves to stay comfortable this winter, and with 24/7 emergency service, comfort is just a phone call away. Economy Electric Heating and Cooling, 219-923-4441. Or for more info, the website is forajobdoneright.com.
So the block punt can certainly qualify as an electrifying play. And check out the IBEW Local 697 electrifying plays from this week's football action. Visit regionsports.com, Facebook /Region Sports Nation, or on Instagram. The electrifying plays presented by IBEW Local 697, the electrical professionals. So Valparaiso within shouting distance, 21-13, 8-point game. He'll kick it away. It's a Quintel kickoff. This kickoff and all kickoffs are presented by Quintel Incorporated, specializing in the reconditioning, repair, and remanufacturing of heat exchangers. And he's got a lane. It's Hernandez outside. One man to beat, and he slips. The Turf Monster just saved what could have been 6 for Valparaiso.
Turf Monster undefeated, but hey, big-time play. Again, that pendulum swings in Valpo's way after the punt block. Penn responds with a return, gets them to the 50-yard line. At the very least, it buys them field position. And let's say this offensive drive doesn't go how it wants to. Could pin Valpo back deep and force them into a big-time clutch situation.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the -49. So, like you said, call it midfield.
What a game.
After a quick 3-and-out and a blocked punt just like that, Valparaiso is right there in it, 6:11, still plenty of time left.
And Penn hasn't really been able to kind of milk that clock. It's been more so with running the football.
Look at this formation right here. It's a play fake. Hall will tuck it himself. Down he goes. May have gotten half a yard with forward progress. They faked it to Chase Buckwheat, the featured tailback, and it doesn't pay off.
And, a little bit of a high snap, a little bit of miscommunication as well. Again, guys still trying to work things out in these early parts of the season. But Penn could not really do anything on the ground. This Valpo defensive front and those linebackers keeping them at bay.
Last 3 plays for this Penn offense, gains of 0, -8, and 0. Buckwheat again trying to find the edge, nowhere to go. Taken behind the line of scrimmage. First guy on the call, Brody Wheeler of Valparaiso.
Just a junior that plays well beyond his years. Just a great guy to talk to. Humble and just, obviously, again, well-respected within his group. To be a junior captain at any school with, you got 3 other seniors. These guys are voted for the course of the year. These are who you guys are leading us into battle. And you are the lone junior. It often goes to seniors, of course, and rightfully so, but Brody Wheeler cut from that cloth, that just a born leader.
3rd down and 11 from Penn's 48, inside 5 minutes to play. Hall to pass, lofts it over the middle, it's incomplete. A little bit out of the reach of Brock Donay, the backup tight end in that 12 personnel set for Penn. would have been a killer first down. Instead, turns into a 3-and-out for the Kingsmen.
And that seems like one of the first throws we've seen from Hall. That's been really kind of off the mark, at least big-time throws. And that one had him right up the seam. Hit him in the hands, but probably one that Hall would want back. And Valpo, hey, you do the job. Get yourself off the field. And I bet this special teams unit might be chomping at the bit for maybe another muffled snap or set their offense up in a short field.
Procedure much more clean, but there's another flag at the time of the snap. Fielding at the 15 with a block in a lane, and he stays on his feet outside the 30. He's got the sideline. And all the way down across midfield, we will check the flag, goes James Parisi. There is laundry, though.
Big call here for those watching. This is a big call, to say the least, but what a return. Looks like you kind of had him dead to rights. 3 Penn Kingsmen there, bounces off, gets up to the sideline, uses that speed, but Cavan, there again, there's some laundry on the field. We could only wait and see.
They're telling the chain gang to hang on before they move right now, which, if you're looking just for early indicators, doesn't bode well for Valparaiso. Once again, it was clear at the time of the snap, just like the last one was, where it was that illegal procedure. We've had just one foul during a normal line of scrimmage, and it's an illegal procedure again. So Valpo will decline. They'll take it on the plus 48.
You're in business. You are more than in business if you're Valparaiso. A team that's clicking, a team that's put together some fairly good drives. Yes, there's been a couple that fell short, but you're riding high off of a touchdown that was just scored. Now you have an opportunity, Cavan. You're now on the plus 43-yard line, down by 8. 4:33 to go. It's senior night. Come on now.
Here we go. 37-yard return plus the additional 5 with the penalty. Hosek with Finley off his left hip, takes the shotgun snap, looking to throw down the middle. It's deflected and it's incomplete. Parisi had it in and out of his mitts, it looked like, from our angle up here. Thankfully, Wrigley Hull was unable to get there in time. Otherwise, that would have been a game-saving and probably game-sealing pick for Penn.
Well, it was one of the cleaner pockets that Hosek has kind of dealt with so far, too. It had his receiver, I think, tried to position it either on the back shoulder or the ball maybe got away from him. And, yeah, like you said, that ball bounces up, and it's like the slowest drop ever if you're on the offensive side, where it's like, please hit the ground. We've seen a couple of those so far.
Trips off left on 2nd and 10. Inside 4.5 now. Hosek, design run on the quarterback draw. Lowers the shoulder and gets inside the 35.
He's just, again, he does not pull any punches. He is dipping his shoulder. He is doing what he can to give his team the best chance to win.
That was a 9-yard pickup there.
And now it sets you up for a 3rd and 1, which sometimes, I mean, my kind of philosophy, that's not, sometimes I take a 3rd and 1 over a 1st and 10 sometimes. Where, hey, give me 2 plays to get a yard. I might take a shot here if I'm Valparaiso. Or, again, run something between the tackles, get a couple yards, move the chains, and let's start it back over.
They're spreading them out. Penn shows pressure. Finlay up the middle. No, it's a great fake from Hosek, and he's inside of the 29-yard line. Wow, what a run there. Hosek fooled everyone, including myself.
Put the team on our back. Take a look at the replay. Let's see if you got our cameraman. No, Martin Murillo doing a great job. Just about get Hosek, our man upstairs, following that ball carrier. Kellen Hosek, who has had a memorable drive, doing it with his legs here this time around. And Valpo now threatening. Plus 24-yard line just outside of the red zone.
The 29-yard line. Here comes 1st and 10. Hosek, low throw, incomplete.
Haven't really seen that quite yet from Hosek. Just kind of a worm burner. Looked to be kind of a smoke slash, you can call it maybe a tunnel screen out there, trying to get, again, receiver out there in space. just short-armed it. Again, stay with us after the game. We got 3 awards to hand out, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of hardware to give out. We got the Crowd Company Superhero of the Game, the Boilermakers Local 374 Blue Collar Player of the Game, and the Proud Union Home Play of the Game presented by Ironworkers Local 395.
So here's 2nd down and 10. Hosek, pressure coming, rolls out, stumbles, and down he goes at the 43-yard line. He was trying to escape, probably just to throw it away. Instead, it's a huge loss.
That's a game changer. And that Penn defensive front, as we pull up the replay here, I was watching one player who just blew up that play in the middle.
Loss of 20. So now here is 3rd and 25 with 2:33 left in counting.
I think that was number 99 there on the play, Kendall Schaefer, who just blew that one up from the jump.
Here they come again. Hosek rolling out to his left, trying to make something happen. Heaves it down the sideline. It's incomplete. And now here comes 4th down and a mile.
Things have gotten bad to worse.
The Penn defense has hunkered down the last 2 plays or so. Penn, by the way, asking for intentional grounding on that far sideline.
And the referees, I think, will come together, and looks like they will not call grounding, but 4th and a country mile. Not many plays here in the playbook for that. But this Penn defensive front has really, really made things tough for that offensive line and Kellen Hosek.
No guarantee you get the ball back, which means this is 4-down territory here. And Valparaiso's entered the Four Seasons Mechanical 4-down territory, sponsored by our friends at Four Seasons Mechanical in Maryville. Visit them on the web at fourseasonsmechanical.com.
Well, Valpo is going to trust their defense here, Kevin. Try and pin him back. A big-time punt here. 2 timeouts in their back pocket.
Fonder will drive it out of bounds inside the Penn 20.
And he's done all that he's been asked tonight. Low coffin corner there, not an easy thing to do. A lot of pressure, obviously, because, hey, you get that in the end zone, and that's kind of a loss there. But Bill Marshall and company trusting their defense. 2 timeouts in their back pocket. No, there is not a 2-minute warning in high school football, so that is all they will have. But, again, Penn has not really done too much running the football. Couple decent plays here and there, some 4 or 5 yard gains, but especially this second half, Kevin, that Valpo defensive front has stifled them.
They've really controlled the pace of play in the second half against our number 4 Valparaiso Vikings. And visit regionsports.com, Facebook /Region Sports Nation, Instagram and Region Sports Network YouTube for this week's Home Improvement Top 10, presented by Enigenberg Exteriors. Enigenberg Exteriors, you can find them on the web at ebergexteriors.com. There's a short run on the ground by Ewald to the 21-yard line.
Yep, that's when you burn your first time out there. Nice stop there from Valparaiso, only limiting Penn to 2 yards. And again, bet that a lot of it's why it kind of went into the decision of punting the football back with 2 minutes to go.
So they do have 1 timeout left, 2:06 to go. Like you mentioned, no 2-minute warning. So this is a big spot here to try to get 3 and out really quick. 1 to 2 first downs could likely end the game if you're just doing possession math.
Yeah, it might just be 1 here, Kevin, really, or it'll be very, very close. But yeah, doing the math here, Valpo, we talk about big 3rd downs, big 2nd down here. Don't hear that often, but and then let's say, Valpo does their job here, maybe limit them to a gain of 2. Does Penn go for the kill shot and risk throwing the football? Had a lot more success, but I guess we'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Their touchdown drive in the 3rd quarter was 7 plays, 84 yards, and the passes really would open things up. 24-yard touchdown strike, another 10-plus yard strike earlier in that drive, too, to get them onto the Valpo side of the field. 2:06 to go. Still a 8-point game. Mitchell in motion. They go back up the middle. Buckwheat lowers his shoulder, barrels through one man, and picks up the first down. Valparaiso had the football. The ball came out right at the end of the play, and it's Valpo ball. Ethan Poisel came away with it. Let's see.
We got the replay here, Kevin. I'm going to be honest, I looked away. I chalked up the first down. We'll slow it down for you all. Gets the first down, lowers the shoulder. And he comes out. He might have stripped that right before he hit the ground, Kevin. He immediately came up with the football, showed the refs. We'll pull it up one more time, ladies and gentlemen, here. 2nd and 8.
Poisel was the one celebrating there on that far sideline, or at least with the football running towards the sideline.
We'll pull that back up to you. But Valpo football now, how about that?
All of a sudden, there's life. Hosek to pass, open man, and it's dropped. It was Parisi who had nothing but green artificial surface in front of him. Only problem is he ran before he had it.
It's been a sure-handed group all game. We'll take a look at that fumble once again here. 2nd and 8. Had that man kind of in an orbit motion. Again, inside zone, up the middle, and looks like, yeah, just stripping the football, 2 hats on the ball. And immediately, ref has the best spot in the house. Comes up with it, and a big-time play. But now, what does this offense have to show for it?
2nd down and 10, 1:53 to go. Hosek to pass, pressure picked up, lofts it down the far sideline, got a man, and it's incomplete. Wide open, headed for the front left pylon for Valparaiso was Parisi for the 2nd time this drive.
Again, great protection there. Clean pocket for Hosek. Just over the outstretched arms, kind of put that right where you wanted it, kind of in that, dead spot in the coverage, but couldn't reel it in. Again, we've seen this kind of on a couple of Valparaiso drives. You get to this point, and there's been a couple squandered opportunities in plus territory. 2 quick incompletions now, 3rd and 10. Again, Kevin, wouldn't mind cutting this in half. Setting me up with a 4th and manageable.
Donzie still in there, pressure coming. Hosek steps up to evade it, throws on the run, one-on-one coverage, it's caught! It's a 1st down for Valparaiso. How in the world did Chase Lovig secure that ball?
Let's take a look. Hosek steps up in the pocket. Thought he had a running lane. Dangerous football, comes up there, makes the play. Now Valpo back up on the football. They are going to spike it.
1:34 left. This is 4-down territory. Unbelievable.
And Valpo gets quickly up on the line to spike it. Still 1:34 to go. But what a play. Heroics from the quarterback, and an even better catch. He probably had a rushing lane, but he wanted a little bit more.
So now just like that, 3 off to the left. Jansa one-on-one down low. Hosek takes it, rolls out to his left. Pressure coming. Throws it, and it's incomplete. Behind the line of scrimmage. They're going to come together to discuss intentional grounding. Once again, Noah Wallace just everywhere in the backfield in this one.
It's just been a combination of a couple Penn Kingsmen trying to get to that outside, and slams down the quarterback of Valparaiso. He might feel that in the morning.
Coach Reardon and his defensive staff fuming on that far sideline right now.
Yeah, a couple plays like that where Hosek, again, getting under pressure, just trying to get the ball away and live to see another day, and they'll take it there. But now a 3rd and 10. What magic does he have left?
Hosek takes the snap. Pressure comes. Fan out to his left. He's tripped. Ball comes out on the turf. Does Penn have it? Yes, they do. William Blue with the fumble recovery. And Penn is going to escape Valparaiso with a win.
They were in the backfield for the majority of the night, Kevin, but Hosek made a lot of magic rolling out and eluding a couple sacks, eluding a couple plays like that. But Penn finally, again, we've seen a couple of just squandered Valparaiso offensive drives make their way down to this territory. We saw a pick in the end zone over here. We saw, and obviously I know a second turnover there for Hosick that, what can you do there? You're running for your life, trying to get out of the mix.
That was so close for Valparaiso, and in the end, efforts are going to come up just a tad bit short, barring a miracle.
Yeah, that should do it. Pending anything out of the ordinary. But doing the math here.
Valpo's got one timeout left, too. So pretty much force a fumble here is your only hope on these next two plays.
I think we may have had a penalty. Might have been a sideline warning or celebrating a little bit too much. But that'll back up Penn a little bit. Not that may be too much of significance. Penn's going to be up in shotgun, kind of in the pistol set. Just going to
take the knee.
Yep.
And we'll see if Valparaiso will take the timeout. I don't think they will, so I think they're going to let this one ride it out. These two teams played a high-scoring one-possession game last year. This year it was the defenses that were the story. Another one-possession game between Penn and Valparaiso. And the visitors from Mishawaka are going to come away with an opening night victory on the road in thrilling fashion.
It was quite the game. We've seen just about it all, and these two teams, we knew coming into this one, Kevin, that it's going to be fireworks. No, there's no 42-49 final here. But some great defense, some big-time plays, some big-time players stepped up for both squads. And more importantly, for both these guys going forward, a lot to take from. For Penn, though, to start off 1-0, that's big. And Valpo, it's back to the drawing board. And, hey, get ready for Brother Rice.
Defense wins championships. As cliche as it is, that was a defensive masterclass from Penn. In the final two possessions, Valparaiso had an opportunity in the final couple of quarters. Interception in the end zone, and then on the plus 12, incompletion, and then a fumble to end the game.
I've said it probably 2 or 3 times, but Penn, Valpo had success offensively. They were able to put together some pretty solid drives. But when it really mattered, when there was only a couple yards to go, Penn stood taller in this one, forcing a couple turnovers. And it became the difference in this game, Kevin.
And Valparaiso back to the drawing board. Brother Rice, a road game next week. That's the one thing we talk about at the halftime show. It's so challenging for this first 2 games for Valparaiso because now on an outlet tonight where you lose a heartbreaker, you don't have a get-right game. You have a really good opponent across state lines that you have to go to now next weekend.
Yeah, you can't dwell on this. You have to turn it around and get ready to go because take this as you win or you learn. It's a saying that is old as time, but hey, you have to learn very quickly because you're playing a very, very good Brother Rice team who is chomping at the bit to also hit somebody else in an opposite jersey in their season opener. But Valpo, we'll talk about it in the postgame, but there is a lot of promise to take from both sides. We'll hope, harp in a little bit more on the Valparaiso side. But hey, it's a long season. There's still 8 weeks left of the regular season, and there's conference right around the corner. But we'll take this one. We'll break it down, Kevin, and just a great game. Great 4 quarters.
Overall, great to have football back, and we'll take a break. When you come back, the post-game show. You're watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
At Straen Vanill, we believe grocery shopping should be simple. Now, shopping is easier than ever with our new and improved website. Find what you need fast. Browse your favorite products, add them to your cart, and check out in just a few quick steps. Choose between convenient in-store pickup or let us handle the heavy lifting. From our shelves to your doorstep. Skip the lines, shop your way, and spend more time on what matters most. With our rewards program, enjoy incredible savings and personalized offers every time you shop. Shop online now at straenvanill.com or download our app today.
Hi, I'm Crowd Company's Lantern Man. If you're a contractor, it's my job to make your insurance coverage simple and affordable. Because I know time is money, I'll come to your business. Certificates and bonds are a snap. Wherever you are, whatever business you're in, we've got you covered. As Crowell Company's Lantern Man, I'm your insurance superhero.
Crowell Companies, insurance professionals. Highland, Merrillville, and Michigan City.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
From lighting up Friday night football to powering the classrooms that shape the students of Lake County, IBEW Local 697 is proud to support our region's schools and the communities we call home. A career as a union electrician could be your next great move. Your next cap might be a hard hat. IBEW Local 697, powering futures, powering the region.
Four Seasons Mechanical proudly serves Northwest Indiana, providing quality, reasonably priced, reliable service. With a quality and comfort guarantee, the professionals at Four Seasons Mechanical offer a wide range of services in heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. Whether it's residential or commercial, Four Seasons Mechanical is there 24/7. To find out more, the website is fourseasonsmechanical.com or give them a call at 219-756-7020. Four Seasons Mechanical, your indoor air quality specialists.
Old Man Winter is just around the corner, and that means temperatures will soon begin to drop. And a region winter is not the time to be left out in the cold. The professionals at Economy Electric Heating and Cooling can tune up that old furnace or install a new unit that can last for years. Your family deserves to stay comfortable this winter, and with 24/7 emergency service, comfort is just a phone call away. Economy Electric Heating and Cooling, 219-923-4441. Or for more info, the website is forajobdoneright.com.
Our first post-game show is here, and with that, it's time to name the Crowell Companies Lantern Man Superhero of the Game. Crowell Companies proud to recognize the superheroes on the football field. The Crowell Companies Lantern Man Superhero of the Game tonight was none other than Valparaiso's Kellen Hosek. Our unofficial numbers on him, 20 of 47 for 176 yards. Didn't throw for a touchdown, but he kept Valparaiso in this game with both his efforts through the air and on the ground.
The senior captain, he's going to keep his head high. He has to keep his head high. He's that guy that leads the offense, and again, a lot of great flashes. Once again, yes, there's going to be some plays that he's going to want back. There is that interception down here on, I believe this is, this end, north-south. I'm losing track of distance, but direction. But he's going to want that one back. And on the same side of the field, it was again, that fumble that we'll probably talk about here later in the game. A couple plays that, you cannot hang your head on because, as you and I mentioned just before hitting this post game, you got to gear up for a very good team next week. But Hosek was asked to do a lot. He had 30 dropbacks in the first half, and a lot of times faced a lot of pressure, and most times hung in there, made some big-time throws, and did a lot with his legs. Yes, in a losing effort, it's a tough pill to swallow on your senior night, but a bright future for Hosek going forward. And again, you win or you learn. And I bet he's going to learn from this one.
Yeah, and the good news for him, this is not the last time he'll be suiting up at Viking Field. Still plenty of time left to ride this out on a high note. As we name the blue-collar player of the game, brought to you by Boilermakers Local 374. Boilermakers Local 374. Earn while you learn with Boilermakers Local 374. And the blue-collar player of the game tonight was the block punt hero for Valparaiso, Evan Courtney, who we believe got not only the block, but the fumble recovery in the end zone for the touchdown. If not blue collar, just for the celebration alone, because he would have fooled all of us up here in the booth if he didn't actually come away with that one. Overall, it was a good night for the Valparaiso defense. There's obviously room to improve, as everything is in week one, but Courtney in the middle, they are very high on him, and a good start for him at the varsity level.
Yeah, hey, when you make your name on special teams, that kind of opens up other opportunities for, special teams sometimes, although it's a third of the game, it's a time for maybe to work in some fresh bodies that may not see full-time on offense and or defense, that, hey, if you go in there, you give it your all. We're going to find a spot for you in an elevated role on Friday nights. Courtney, a game-changing play, giving Valpo a big-time chance to steal this victory in special teams, man. A third of the game, a great Friday night and a great week one for Evan Courtney.
Underrated draft, though, in this fantasy football as well, the defense and special teams element of things.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we are in draft season, so here you go. My ears perked up when you brought up brought up fantasy, but no, Evan Courtney, hey, the Valpo defense, and we could talk about them too, that defense as well. Overall, blue-collar effort from that Valpo defense that, again, gave up 49 points to this Penn team last year. Yes, this Penn team loses a bit of weapons from last year's squad, but if we were to give maybe a whole unit effort, I liked what I saw from this Valparaiso defense tonight.
They hunkered down, by the way. They're in that final stretch. You look at since that 7-play, 84-yard touchdown drive in the third quarter. In the fourth quarter, 3 and out with a block punt, and then one play, second play, the fumble recovery, which set the offense up with a shot to tie, if not take the lead late in the fourth quarter. So tip of the cap there to the Valparaiso defense. Looking forward to watching them next week on the road against a good Brother Rice team in their season opener. And last but certainly not least, it's time to name the proud Union Home Player of the Game, presented by Ironworkers Local 395. To find out how you can become a Union Ironworker, visit ironworkers395.com. And tonight's Ironworkers 395 Player of the Game was the strip sack at the end of the game of Kellen Hosek by that front seven of Penn. We talk about that unit. They were everywhere, all over the place, whether it was Bonner, Schaefer, White, Wallace, Freeman, Welsh. I mean, we called every name multiple times. That's how good they were tonight. And when they needed a stop at the end of the game, the front 8 came through.
Yeah, it was a game, a very different game compared to last year, and these two defenses really came to play. And you talked about kind of that front 8 of the Penn Kingsmen. They really gave that Valparaiso offensive line some fits. And again, which is big credit to Hosek, because a lot of time he was under duress, had to make a few plays. And we kind of saw in that last drive, it became a 4th and 25. And it was kind of almost like, okay, something, Penn, they're close. They're very, very close. They've forced, some kind of throws that were questionable grounding calls or whatnot, or lack thereof, or potential fumbles or whatnot. But they were hungry for one, and they finally got their turnover. They forced a couple, obviously, but that fumble was the absolute death blow to this Valparaiso squad. A big time win for Penn. Yes, we are the Region Sports Network, and Valpo, a team we're going to follow a lot more. And this is a team that we're expected to grow this year. But for Penn to come into Viking Field, a very, very good environment. Kudos to them in that defense, especially.
Congrats to them. Win number 1 for a team that won 8 games last year in the first year under head coach Pete Reardon. They expect a lot more wins this year. This was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Always fun. Kickoff night, have high school football bat. Players, I'm sure, loved hitting a different opponent for once than themselves, probably finally see a different jersey color. But all in all, great game. Really lived up to the billing that we expected it to all offseason long. As a special thank you to our executive producer, Chris Ramirez, our operations manager, Rich Castillo, coordinating producers, Zach Miller, and our sports director, the man to my left, Mike Dewan. I've been Kevin Malater. Our camera operator has been Martin Murillo Jr., and a special thanks to the coaches and athletic directors of each side. For Penn, Peter Reardon. For Valparaiso, Bill Marshall. And our athletic directors for Penn, Jeff Hart, Stacy Adams of Valparaiso. And we thank you, our viewers, on Facebook /Region Sports Nation, or YouTube at Region Sports Network and RegionSports.com. This has been a ton of fun. Kickoff night never disappoints. And with that, we thank you so much for watching. You're watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.